Hello, everybody. It's Wednesday. Welcome back to the Abomination Vault's Ruins of Gauntlight. I am your GM, Steve, and I'm joined by fellow D&D veterans Mike, Rick, Richard, and Nina as we all go on a journey and crit fumble our way through learning Pathfinder. Say hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Everyone.
For those of you who are new to the stream or YouTube, welcome. And if you've been with us for a while, welcome back. It's good to have you with us. Tonight, we actually have a very special announcement. Drum roll. This episode is sponsored by The Rollsmith. And in honor,
natural 22 day.
in honor of Rollsmith sponsoring, Recall Knowledge's own Mukta would like to share his experience with the Rollsmith dice. Mukta, take it away.
Now, if you've watched the show, you've seen my amazingly awesome capabilities and abilities all the time, right? But sometimes on occasion, I might fail. Huh? Sometimes these virtual dice and I go together like sand and my unmentionable places. Huh?
That's an image I didn't need in my head.
Yeah. Luckily for me, the Rollsmith new Cosmic Rays blue dice set available now at discover.therollsmith.com/RK-AV comes with a guarantee, 100% guarantee, I'm told this for sure, to never roll a critical failure on your most important skill checks, huh?
I do not think that's how that works, Mukta.
I think it is. It's like my mother always said, huh? If you're not rolling with the Rollsmith, then shush out of the house and take all of your 100 brothers and sisters with you because mother has got some Pathfinder to play.
Dude, it's funny. My mother used to say the same thing.
Thank you, Mukta, for that thing. I just want to clarify. I just got word from my lawyers. They would like us to clarify that the Rollsmith makes no such guarantees in using their dice. But you should still give them a look. We all love their product. And as a part of tonight's sponsorship, the Rollsmith is giving away a $5 gift card, which is just enough to cover the cost of a set of dice, by the way,
Oh, nice.
to one of our lucky fans.
Very nice.
Visit
Very nice.
bit.ly/3 lowercase f capital 6 capital H lowercase f capital I Q lowercase q, or if you want to make it easier, just type !contest in chat. YouTube viewers, the link will be in the description. We will announce the winner of this contest during next week's episode, so you have an entire week to enter. Thank you to the Rollsmith for your sponsorship tonight.
Thank you, Rollsmith.
Thank you, Rollsmith.
Thank you.
All right, guys. With that done and out of the way, who's ready for some Pathfinder?
I am. Let's do it.
All right. Viewers, go ahead, sit back and relax. But players, let's jump into tonight's episode of the Abomination Vault's Ruins of Gauntlight, episode 21.
Let's go.
Nice.
Do it.
The lumber town of Otari, with its storied past and a fair share of sinister secrets, has been fairly quiet in recent decades. Over the 400 years since its inception, the surrounding area has been the launching pad for many famous adventurers, and as a result, most of the ancient ruins have been fully explored, much of their mysteries already solved. But when the mysterious Gauntlight, an eerie landlocked lighthouse, begins to glow with a baleful light, the people of Otari suspect it's an ominous prelude to sinister events. The call goes out for a new band of heroes to save the day. Those heroes are Mukta.
One's path in life may shift like the sands. You have to adapt or be buried.
Halarmony Higgins.
Can I play something for you?
New Lara.
Hey, I know that it's scary, but you have to get up.
okay? Take my hand. Ugh, very good. Let's go.
Clovis.
Nature is not to be put in order. Nature is order. It is for us to put ourselves in unison with this order.
The time has come to enter the Abomination Vaults, Ruins of Gauntlight. And we're back.
Yay.
Our camera fades in, showing a dark place beneath the Abomination Vault. Second. There we go. Okay. Showing a dark place beneath the Abomination Vault. The small pile of books set at the base of the large statue burns, kindling for the fire that rages here. The statue, in effigy of Belcora herself, created by the cult of the Canker as a vessel for her spirit to inhabit, burns. Hundreds of years of flayed flesh, stitched and stretched across its surface, begin to blacken and curl back as it burns beneath the flames. The room fills with smoke, making it harder to see through the haze as our camera pushes in closer to the lifeless body of Nakazarin herself, consumed along with her masterpiece. Finally, the smoke is too much, and our vision is completely obscured. And as we pull back from the smoke, we realize we are no longer in the Abomination Vaults, but actually back in Otari. Slowly, we pull backwards out of the smoke. We can see the Dawnflower Library, fresh from a recent fire. A plume of white strokes smoke stretches towards the sky, a sign of a recent fire extinguished, as a small group of people have gathered on the steps of the temple. The camera pushes in slowly on three people deep in conversation. The town's mayor, currently running for re-election, Osef Menhems. The head of the temple at the Dawnflower Library, a halfling woman by the name of Vandy Bandersnatch, motions angrily as she is speaking with passion. And Captain Longsaddle, head of the town guard, completes the circle with a stern look on his face, his arms folded over his chest. Off to the side, we see our group enter the frame, rushing over quickly to see what has unfolded. That bastard Carmen is going to pay for this. You mark my words, says Captain Longsaddle. By the light of Saren Ray, we only lost a handful of books. But taking the blade? Mayor, this cannot stand. Mayor Menhebs nods along, catching your group approaching from the side. Ah, the heroes of Otari! How goes the quest? Is our city safe for good from the menacing lighthouse?
Well, I think we were to come back and talk to you about some things, but looks like your some things walked away.
Huh.
What happened to the lighthouse? Or what happened to the library too?
Well,
I'm helping with the water.
the fire at this point
what's
looks
your
put
log?
out, right? The fire's already put out. It's just sort of like a bit of smoke still rising, but overall there's no active flames currently. And the mayor answers you, Hal, and he says, it appears that Carmen Rajani, if eyewitnesses our accounts are to be believed, started a small fire in the book restoration room, and in the ensuing chaos, smashed the display case and took off with the cooperative blade. Luckily, there were no injuries, and only a few books were lost in the fire. And like at that point, he's cut off by, Captain Longsaddle. Cut off by Captain Longsaddle, and he says, as I was saying, sir, we have all of our men on the task. Many have been dispatched on horseback to check the roads into town. All ships have been forced to stay docked until they can be thoroughly searched. There is a door-to-door search in town now. Carmen's a drunk and an idiot. If he's within our jurisdiction, we will catch the bastard. And Mukta, you see his gaze floats to you and his eyes narrow down on you. And he says, what we don't need is vigilante justice. We need to keep the Thieves Guild and anyone else who might want to interfere with our active investigation out of it before they fuck it up. And you can feel this contempt from him as he's like glaring in your guys' direction. And Mayor Osef is like looking between you and him very nervously, like back and forth, like comically. And you see literal sweat forming on his brow that begins to drip down his face. Yes, of course, Captain Longsettle. Nobody will impede your investigation, right? And he kind of like looks to you guys, and Longsettle doesn't even look at you guys, just gives a nod and a slight bow, turns and marches away to join his men who are kind of waiting for him down at the bottom of the staircase. And the camera pans back to our heroes. And we can hear like Mukta coughing off screen, right? And you guys kind of come back in frame.
I think I want one of those meals or in those ales at Meta's shop a little bit later, but I want to talk to you for a minute, Mayor, privately, if that is okay.
Oh, sure. Nothing. What's going on? And like right now, Mukta's coughing is getting even more violent on the side.
Are you okay? What's going on with you?
Yeah, it's that. I'm fine. I'm sure I'm fine. It's but the residue from that Otari.
Get that checked.
Vandy Vandersnatch, like the halfling priestess, she kind of steps forward and she's like, "Hun, are you doing all right? You don't look so good."
Oh, Lord.
At this, Mukta, at this point, can you do me a favor? I need you to make a fortitude saving throw for me.
All right.
I think we need to get Mukta to the doctor.
I mean, aren't you a doctor?
That is an 18.
Okay.
I'm working to be a doctor.
What's wrong with my volume control? I'm gonna refresh this real quick. Okay, so Mukta, you rolled an 18.
Yes.
In this moment, you begin coughing louder. You have a hard time answering, catching your breath, and you guys watch as Mukta's eyes kind of roll back in his head, and he falls face first into the ground and goes unconscious.
What the? Clovis? What
I'm fine.
Get up, man. I put an arm under his armpit. Whoop.
Yeah, and Vandy has rushed forward, and she's like, "Oh no," and she's like kind of like feeling him. Clovis, you're watching Mukta. He's passed out. He's coughing. He's obviously under some sort of effects, some lingering effects from down beneath the gauntlet.
Can I do a recall knowledge?
Sure.
See if I know what he has.
Yeah. Do you have any specific lore that can relate to this, or is this just going to be a general nature?
I have a nature lore, I believe.
Yeah, we can do nature. That's
forest
fine.
Lore. That's a forest lore.
Oh, forest lore. So, yeah.
So it's not quite nature, but
You tell me if you want to try to apply your forest lore. This might apply in the situation.
I'll try it.
All right, make a recall knowledge check with your forest lore.
No, mother, I swear. I always use Rollsmith.
Oh man. So Clovis, what'd you get?
Dice, got a 11.
Okay, in 11, you rack your brain, you kind of go down. You're unable to really make heads or tail of what's going on with Mukta. I think I'm gonna make one for Bandy.
We promised each other that we're gonna snap each other alive if something like this happens.
Okay.
I want that as my last resort. Wake up!
Vandy's like feeling him. He's like he's got fever. So he's burning up. Let's get him in. Let's get him into the temple, quick. And she asks like you Lara to pick him up, and he's small enough you can just scoop him up in one hand, right? She has no idea what's going on at this moment. Neither does Clovis. And off to the side, we hear more coughing picking up as the familiar sounds of someone hacking up their lung, but this time it's Hal.
What?
Hal, can you make a fortitude save for me?
I can. 28.
So Hal, you begin coughing up. You can feel your lungs on fire, burning, coughing loud. Clovis kind of comes over. Are you okay? You catch your breath. You feel like you might pass out, but you manage to push whatever this was affecting you out of your system, and you do not pass out.
All right. So can I now, instead of a force floor, I'm now looking at Hal. Can I do a medicine check? Recall knowledge.
Sure. So like Vandy and Nular are rushing Mukta into the temple, right, to take him to like a room
Looking
of
back
some
at
sort.
Hal.
Right. Hal and Clovis are there. Hal's looking like Hal. You catch your breath. Feels okay. And you said you wanted to do another recall knowledge.
Thought I'm going to use medicine.
You want to do a medicine check this time?
Yep.
On Hal? Yeah.
Yes. Yep. If I can figure out what Hal has, I will know what Mukta has.
Okay.
That is a 18.
Okay. You look at Hal. It looks like he's fine. He's got a bit of a fever, but it feels like it's breaking. You can feel like his cheeks, everything's a little flush. He was definitely come down with some sort of disease, but with an 18, it's hard to pinpoint exactly what this disease is. I don't think it gives you any information that helps you necessarily treat this. So, the camera smash cuts back. They've pushed off like a table. They've laid Mukta down. Mukta, you've come to consciousness. You only like blacked out for just a moment or two. So, you do come through. You feel.
I'm sorry.
You feel terrible. And Vandy is like looking at you guys. She's feeling his thing. She's getting like some medicine and herbs and salves out. And she's like, tell me everything.
We were fighting and we met the ghost of Atari. I don't know what he did to them, but
literally a bowl drops and shatters on the ground. And like she stops and she turns around. She said, "What did you say?"
Atari, wait, hang on. Help my friend. I will tell you everything. Is he okay?
She gets back into motion and starts
Thank you.
feeling him. Yeah.
I will slap him if I need to. Let me know.
Yeah, so I will say, Mukta, right now, you have the sickened 1 condition. So you can go ahead and add that to you. She's like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I mean, were you exposed to any sort of like strange funguses or molds, or did a strange creature bite you? Like this is some sort of disease. I'm just not sure which yet.
There was a shadow. I remember a shadow. I can't speak for them. I wasn't the one. I don't know.
There was. There's my friend. Excuse me. I'm having a bit of a hard time to breathe. Oh, excuse. Hold on. I'm going to say, ghost touched me, through me. Somehow.
But I mean, possession is not uncommon, sure, but to be feeling the lingering effects of the possession, that can't be right.
Attacked through my shadow, I think, if I remember.
And this shadow, you said it was Otari, like the Otari.
The Otari.
Yeah.
One and only Otari.
Well, he died when Belcora defeated him, right? She collapsed the gauntlet. The Rose Guard collapsed the gauntlet. He fell in the rubble and he was killed, correct?
I mean,
no, I guess he survived.
Well, I mean, eventually, yes. That would
Yeah, he died.
that would be the reason why he's a ghost.
Oh, okay. How did he die? This is very important because this might be the clue to saving your friend. I don't know. How did he die? And I think Clovis and Hal probably come into the room around this point too.
Is he okay? Clovis.
He's okay, but he's not good. He's definitely sick. We gotta figure out what they have. Didn't
Tell her,
I mean,
not the
I didn't-
beast.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened, but I heard Otari say something about that monster that was, or that weird-looking creature that we passed with mold and spores all over it.
Yeah. Mm.
That,
Yes, that's what he said. He said he was here, and before he took a nap forever,
Mhm.
he said
took a nap.
was breathing in some things,
Yeah.
some of the fungus or mold or pond scum on the pond. He said it was terrible. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be that too bad, but
Laura poked it and she got sick, but not. She shook it off.
It made me sneeze.
So, were you able to identify the fungus that caused this? That could really help. No. Okay. Well,
Oh,
You know, can Clovis roll a recall knowledge to see if he remembers what that fungus was?
sure.
nature.
I mean, you
effect.
made. Well, here's the thing. You made a check at the time, and you had no idea what it was.
Oh, we did. Okay.
You did make a check to see if you could notice the fold. You noticed it was. And actually, no, it was actually Mukta that made the check.
Yeah, I tried to use Kevin more. So.
That's right. So I think Clovis, you can go ahead and make one. A nature recall knowledge. A recall knowledge.
Oh, recall knowledge.
To see if maybe you can recall what this fungus was.
Come on, get my good roll.
21.
Oh,
That's not bad.
there's a 21 with my Rollsmith dice. I like it.
The mold itself really didn't strike you as anything dangerous. It just seemed like very run-of-the-mill mold. And it definitely shouldn't cause any sort of symptoms like Mukta is seeing. But you do remember the mold was attached to a strange creature. A creature that was feeding on the refuse and garbage of this place. So
that's correct.
if you do remember, Otari said he tangled with that creature, got bit and ran and hid and then died. So maybe it's more related to the creature than the mold that was on its surface.
Okay.
Yeah, he said the creature was, if I recall correctly, he said it was a O2, like 02 something.
So this gives Vandy Bandersnatch something to go on. So she tells one of her assistants to go research anything they can on this creature. And so there's like this moment where there's like a montage of people doing research, and eventually they come back with a book, and she's like, right here, and she says Otugu. We don't know how to. I don't know how to pronounce it, but Otugu. I don't know. It's a carrier of a disease called filth fever that can cause coughing, lethargy, eventually death. If that's what killed Otari, and Otari's spirit touched you, maybe you are unfortunate enough to have this same disease passed along. We can do treatment. That's fine.
See, this is why my mother always said that vaccines were important.
She
Do
comes
we need
over.
to pick something up, or
Well, she comes over. She says, there's two approaches to this sort of treatment, and you can pick one, or we can take the shotgun approach. I have the ability to, by magical means, attempt to remove this disease from his body. I cannot guarantee it will work, and my abilities to do such thing are limited. I can try once only. So if you would like me to try, I will gladly lend you those services. Otherwise, we could, give you some medicine and some herbs and lay you down and hope it passes and hope you get better.
think-
can we try with the first one, and then if that fails, go ahead with the medicine?
Yeah, I didn't like the sound of whatever the shotgun option was. I don't think I need it down quite yet.
Yeah, let's do it. So would
Okay.
Clovis have an understanding now, knowing what it is with the medical, to treat them after if this didn't work?
For sure, yeah. If you wanted to take over treatment or anything, you could. So there is an ability. It's, can I put this in chat? I'm not sure. It's called it's an action.
Okay.
It's an action called treat disease, and it's kind of like an exploration activity that you spend
Oh yeah. I do
basically
remember
8 hours tending to someone who's under the effects of a disease, and you can help give him a boost against his roll, right?
Okay.
So what Vandy said, but she does have the spell prepared, so she can at least get one magical attempt to remove the disease. Now, this is going to take us to something we haven't done before in Pathfinder 2nd edition, which is called counteracting. So in 5th edition, right? When you cast like Dispel Magic or Remove Disease, it's just works and it's gone, right? In Pathfinder 2nd edition, you have to make an active count. All the spell allows you to do is to make a counteract check against the effect that you're under. So in this case, because she's using a magical spell called Remove Disease and casting it on you against a disease, she has to make an ability check just like she's casting a spell. And if she rolls high enough, she can counteract the disease depending on how strong the disease is, because the disease will have different levels associated with it. Or, you know, if you're trying to dispel a spell, then you use the spell's level as the strength of the ability. So in this case, she's going to make her ritual. It's a 10-minute ritual. She's going to ask you guys to help. At the end of it, she's going to make one magical check and try to purge the disease from your body. So what is your guys' like kind of helping? Like Clovis, you're, I guess, the medicine expert here, right? So this is your sort of world. So why don't you go ahead and set the scene for kind of how you guys are helping Mukta or doing this, why she's doing her ritual.
That was a good question. I guess I'm just over there with her and helping her do whatever is needed. I'm asking her, what can I do?
Yep, Bandy.
I'm used to giving medicine and stuff, but not never been around somebody doing a spell for magic spell for disease.
Her spells look like prayer, so she's got her like holy like symbol out. She's down on her knees. She's praying to Saren Ray, like, you know, may the light like touch this brave hero and purge the disease from his body. They've built like a sun, the room you're in has like almost like a sunlight, so the beam from the light is like shining right onto you because they find like the light is very holy here, and then that's kind of how they channel their magic into you, Mukta. So at the end of this spell and the end of her prayers, the magic of Saren Ray flows through Vandy Bandersnatch as she tries to counteract your disease. I'm making an active roll for her. Right.
And, can I give her guidance to help?
Ooh, can you? Probably.
Clovis is going to help.
Can you put guidance in chat? I think this is a skill check, yeah. So I think you can give her guidance. Very cool. So she's going to get an extra +1. So she has +7. So she's going to get +8. All right, Vandy, do your magic. She rolled a 15. Now, I will say, for this check, a 15 is a... Oh, wait a minute. A 15 is actually a critical fail.
What?
Holy.
What good?
So I was going to say, on a fail... you can still counteract a disease if it's only a little stronger than your spell. But on her critical fail, I'm sorry, Mukta, it doesn't work. Muted.
At least it doesn't kill me.
No, it doesn't kill you.
I was waiting for that, but I was just like going, ugh.
So Vandy looks...
didn't go to dying one.
Vandy looks really exhausted. She's almost collapsing from like the energy she had to expend.
That include the guidance?
That includes the guidance, yeah. And so what she says is it didn't work. And she's really like upset about that. She's like, it looks like we're gonna have to deal with this the old fashioned way, right? And Vandy like leaves the room for a minute to go like consult maybe something she's missing to help her out. There's also, you know, a fire that was raging and all this other stuff. So she's got other business to attend to. She leaves the four of you in this little medical room. Mukta not feeling the greatest. What would you guys like to do next?
Clovis would like to, at this point, to start doing medicine. Get to medicine and start just doing old school medicine on them.
Okay. So you want to spend, you know, the rest of the day essentially treating his wounds to give him a bonus on his next save against the disease.
Correct.
Okay. So we can do that. So that leaves Nulara and Hal, right? We still got the rest of the day. You know that like there's like sort of a ticking clock besides the fact that Mukta might be dying is the lighthouse. You know that there is somebody anchored deep below the lighthouse that's kind of the battery for the thing that's being used to charge the lighthouse. And Otari has told you guys in no uncertain terms that Volek has to be stopped, and he's there. Are there any preparations you guys would like to do? You can either spend your time helping. I mean, Clovis is helping Mukta. I don't know if you guys want to continue to help that as well, or if perhaps your time could be spent doing other activities to prepare you guys. I don't know. You guys tell me what you guys want to do for the rest of this day.
Clovis says, "Hey, I got Mukta.
Yeah. Okay. Are you
You guys
sure?
need to go get. I got Mukta.
All right.
You should go get some silver on some of your weapons in case we run across any more werewolves down there. You may have to come back across that guy. He made it very clear we're not coming back through him without a fight. And I can think of anything else that you think we need for that we'll need going back down there. So go gather that while I take care of Mukta.
Okay. Mukta, don't die.
Never. My mother would never let me live it down.
Okay.
I am not going to let him die. I will get him healthy.
All right. I'm a woman.
Do I have
with
enough
power.
energy?
If I need to slap you,
I just don't have magic to do it right now. It's going to take a little while.
Steve, do I have enough energy to write a note at least?
Yeah, so you're not bedridden. You passed out for a little bit. You got your consciousness back. You can walk around fine. The only fix you're feeling right now is sickened one. So you've got this like sickened feeling in your stomach. I don't fully remember what sickened condition fully
Yeah, if you can walk around, I'll just be.
does.
I'll be
He
walking
can't.
with you.
He can, but in order to like treat wounds, you've really got to
Yeah,
like.
he's got to stay there.
He's got to
right?
stay.
Take a status penalty equal to this value on all your checks and DCs.
So you just have a
can't
minus.
Yeah, I can't swallow anything, including elixirs and potions, while sickened.
Oh yeah, which is bad because you could go and theoretically buy, like, there are medicines that could help this effects, and maybe your alchemist pal Aurelia might have something in stock, but it says he can't willingly drink things, so like you guys would have to like hold him down and like force it down his throat like a baby, which I would like to see. That would be cool.
Good. I like that idea.
I'm not sure what kind of disease this is, if I'm contagious. I don't want to create some sort of, pandemic in Otari. So I'm going to stay here in the library, and I'm just going to write a quick note. Nulara, if you could give this to Mera if you happen to go down there. And it's just a quick note, like asking and kind of explaining, like, hey, the sword's gone. What's known about?
Right. Just checking in on any sort of loose ends. Okay. Perfect. So we leave Clovis and Mukta to kind of do the treat wounds thing. Hal and Nulara, what would you guys like to accomplish in today's rest of the day?
Well, I'd
You
like
okay,
still like
Hal?
to talk to. Yeah, I feel okay.
Okay.
I think Mukta is just it affects him because he's short, so he can't get the fresh air, because he's low to the ground. But I think that Mera might have something that could help this, or we talk to her and talk about the sword. Didn't she have a watchdog on Harman?
Oh yeah, you're right. He did. She did.
I also need to talk to Zimer that we need to find that sword, but we need to use that sword, and I need to get the brooch. Need to
Yeah,
get
the
that same.
brooch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before you leave, whatever that captain might say, if it was the Rajani who did this, he had enough mind to make a distraction before he stole it. So,
So he's sober.
if it was him, do not take the same foolish stance as this captain and underestimate him, yeah?
Okay. Mukta, sorry. I know you feel bad, but I remember you have these books. Can I grab them from you really quick?
Sure, my pack's over there. I don't really want to carry anything. I'm feeling a bit winded.
I got you. I got it.
Yep. Okay. So you pull out,
So-
like, he had 3 books. You had the 3 books on you? Is that what they are? Are you talking about
I
Morleyman's
don't
books? Or are you talking
remember.
about those 3 books you found in the translating room? Like, which books are you referring to? We've had a lot of books in this campaign.
I
Oh,
don't
it's here on the
actually
party loop.
think I have books on my character, but
Okay. I know you found the ones here, like the what the worm knows and grave feasts, secrets
yeah, I
of
think
the
I put
skull.
those on the party loot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we still got to turn those in for money.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do we have to have all 4 of the items we're looking for before we go back down?
No, so to be clear, right, the way Artari explained it is to go further down, like beyond this level, deeper into the Abomination vaults, which he says there's a lot more to it. To break that seal that kind of sprung up and is blocking it, then you need the 4 icons of the Rose Guard. But to deal with Volek, that's in that level that you have access to now. So like, yeah, like kind of like dealing with Volek is kind of like the number 1 sort of priority, and finding the Rose Guard icons is sort of close second, I guess, because the sword is currently whereabouts unknown, which is an important thing that you guys are gonna have to take care of. So in the short term, right, if you want to spend some of your current time, like precious time, researching the 4 icons to deal with that's fine. Just know that every moment that you're not spending preparing for the immediate threat of Volek might, that's more of a pressing issue. So I don't want to tell you how to spend your time, but I just want to remind you how it's going to work, right?
All right, Hal, I'll take your lead.
Yep. Where are you going, Hal?
All right, let's go to Meta's place first. Maybe
Okay.
she has something that Mukta can sniff with his little rat nose.
Yep.
Okay.
So you guys step in, ding ding. You go into the Crook's Nook. The whole place is kind of like a flutter. Like Yinya Smera is sitting. She's got a very focused look on her face. She's got like a glass of wine. There's papers kind of on the desk in front of her. She just kind of has like 100-yard stare as she's just staring across the room. She doesn't even seem to notice that you guys kind of pop in.
Oh, that is a shame. And I start playing the music really loud to make sure she hears me coming.
Yep. So she hears you coming. She like takes her feet, like uncrosses them off the table, stands up. You see her take a deep breath and then put on like a big smile. And she's like, "If it isn't my favorite bard, Hal Armony, how are you? Come here."
I will go over there and bow and ask for her hand and put my forehead to it. And
yep, she takes, she holds her hand out for you to do, and she's so chivalrous.
And I'll lean in, like to give her a quick hug and tell her that Mukta is sick.
Mm-hmm.
He's not able to drink or eat anything. Some O2 disease. I don't know. Do you have anything that gets rid of toxins or stuff that you can inhale or something?
I mean, we're more well versed in putting toxins into people than taking them out.
Oh,
I'm
so
sure.
Maybe you know the antidotes for some things like this.
You said it's some sort of creature that I couldn't pronounce.
Oh, I can say it's easier. It's like O2.
Yeah.
So it's a big,
O2.
dirty,
O2.
trashy monster.
Isn't that just oxygen? Are you sure Mukta's dying to oxygen?
I mean, perhaps he's not getting enough oxygen because he's sick. She said filth fever, pink fever. Filth, something like that.
Filth, yeah.
Well, that does not sound like
fish.
That does not sound like a good time, but I must say, my sweet, not exactly my area of expertise.
Okay. So, where's your watchdog, Carmen?
I assume you're talking about Seabuff.
Yeah, the sword is missing from the library, and the mayor thinks it's Carmen, but I'm not so sure.
Oh, it was Carmen, all right. Seabuff has the bonk on his head to prove it, and he's not exactly too happy about getting his head smashed in. But don't you worry. You don't have to worry that sweet face of yours. I have my best team of trackers on the case, and we will have his location shortly. And the Thieves Guild will handle things. We will make sure to put an end to Carmen Rajani, and maybe take over his shop to repay some of his debts.
We need that sword. It's gonna have to go back to Minham's.
Of course. The sword is not ours to keep. We will hand it over. I have no intentions of keeping the sword. It's part of the goodwill, like, Osef. We have a mutual understanding of the way things work around here. I'm sure you understand.
We're going to head up there here relatively soon once we talk to Rin to see if she has some potion or, incense or something like that that can make Mukta better. But we need that sword and we need the brooch. And do you know somebody named Zarmavdian? Something?
Well, of course, I've read the children's stories. The fantastical wizard headed in the clouds, pulled the Rose Guard collective butts out of the fire 1, 2, maybe 3 times. Of course, everyone knows Zarmivdian.
That's what I was trying to say. Did he live around here? Does he have any families that stayed in here, or does he have a tower on the outside of the city, or is the lighthouse his tower?
Unlike the Rajanis and the Menhems, he did not. He had no interest in putting down roots and starting a town, so he moved on to Absalom within a few years of finishing off Belcora. Receded to his wizard's tower and did wizardly things, I'm sure.
Hmm.
He has no descendants that I know of, no heirs, no presence in the town.
Okay. Nara, is there any things that you want?
No, I just
That's
want us
not
to
what I mean.
prepare. No, I think we're good right now.
Okay.
How?
Thanks, you better. We'll let you know once we learn more about Mukta's condition. I thank you for your time, and
I send him my best to make sure that he knows that he is one of the family, and if anything is to happen, he will be taken care of.
understand. All right. Remember, that sword does not go back to Minhim's, or it does not go to.
It does not go to Menhem's. I thought you said it needed to go back to Menhem's. Maybe there was a
No.
miscommunication.
We need that sword for the lighthouse.
Elaborate.
All right. So, see these bones here that Nulara is carrying? These bones?
Like a
Alright.
femur sticking out of your
Totally.
pocket.
Yeah, I'm carrying a bunch of stuff right now. Yeah.
I do.
These
I was
bones
going
are
to
the
ask, but
bones-
I thought better not to ask about the person carrying bones. In my line of work, it's best not to know.
That is Otari. That is the bones of Otari. We met his ghost. That's how Mukta got sick. There some force field has sprung around, and the only way to unlock it is the icons of the Rose Guard. We need to get the brooch, the spell book of, I'm gonna call him Zarm, and then the sword, and what is the last thing?
The
we
brooch,
got
the
we
sword,
have the lock.
the spell book, and the lockpick. Yeah.
Interesting.
I believe we need Mukta to be able to use those lockpicks because
We have the
I
lockpick,
can't do
right?
nothing
Mukta
for
has that.
them.
Mhm.
It's interesting. So, what you're asking for is for me, in my strict working relationship with the mayor, is to put you first and to hand over the town's most important symbolic relic, the thing that gives the entire town hope, and hand it over to you instead of returning it to its rightful owner.
Basically, yes. That's what I am asking. Do you have a family in Absalom, or do you? I mean, obviously you live here.
My
But,
family stretches all over.
What Belcora is going to do will destroy Absalom.
Do me a favor, Hal. Make a not persuasion. What's it called? Make a diplomacy check. Not in this case. It's not using your instrument. This is just you having a heart-to-heart with Yin. So just a straight diplomacy
Okay.
check.
Here goes. I'm going to use a hero point.
Hero point. Hero point. You did roll a 2 plus 10 for 12, so we are re-rolling that.
Okay, that's much better. That's a 27. Thank you, Rollsmith.
You mean Hal doesn't constantly sing and play with every word he says to everyone all the time?
He usually tries. It didn't work in this instance.
Come on, Meta. Every word I say, every
You know-
breath I take.
Oddly, I don't know why, but when I look into your sweet eyes, for a moment there, I was ready to slap you. But there's something I believe you. I don't know why I believe you, but I do.
Because I tell the truth. You are beautiful, and we need these icons.
Now, you need these to. I mean, this isn't. Did you say unlock a force field?
Break a seal,
Break a seal.
unlock the force field. It's the same thing. I don't know what the force
So,
field is.
so once this task is complete, you would be free to return the sword to me, and I could return it to the mayor, and he doesn't have to be none the wiser. Correct?
I don't know, because I don't know what happens when you break the seal. I'm not sure if it's like a key and you put it in and then it opens and then you take it out, or if it is like, how do you say, when you burn the fire, it goes away, right? Half the stuff is gone and disappeared, but you still had a fire for a moment.
I think just because of your sweet eyes, I'm willing to risk it. But we have an agreement. You return the sword to me after you use it, assuming you still have it.
Okay, and if not, you can just, tell the next mayor that you don't have it.
She yeah, she smiles and she says, "Fair enough. I will send word as soon as we have it in our possession, and we will get it to you."
All right, very good. Thank you. And Merrick, have a nice day. Nulara, stop staring. Let's go.
Yeah, Yin
Fine,
gives you a wink, Nulara, as you're, getting ready to leave.
She was about to slap you. I wasn't staring that way. I was staring to be
Mhm.
intimidating.
As you
She
guys
was going to
leave,
slap him, and then she wanted to slap him.
as you leave, right? That like smile, that like happy-go-lucky, and like the like smile fades as you guys leave, and she goes back to that long sort of like drawn look on her face, and she kind of turns and she looks at one of the guys in the corner with an ice pack on his head, the guy that's been like tailing Carmen, and she says, "It seems Absalom is important to Hal after all. Why don't we do some digging?" And
Do I hear this?
nope, you guys are gone by the time this happens. This is after you guys are gone, and we cut smash back to you guys walking out of Yin's. What's your next stop?
We need to go to Rin's place and maybe Morley Bent to ask him about
Yeah,
the
I
spell
think.
book.
Yeah. Also, these books.
Ah, yes, okay.
Yeah.
I forgot we even had them.
Yep. So we get back to Morley. Morley's is on the way, so we get to Morley's, right? And we for once he doesn't have the thing super deadbolted and locked. It's just a normal door, and you guys are able to go into the shop, right? So ding ding, shop opens. He looks from the back and he's like, "Books, you guys got more books for me?"
Lara,
We
give
have a
him the
lot.
goods.
Okay, here.
Do you guys actually have like bulks of book for him? I don't know if we got any more
We
bulks of book, did we?
have, I think, one bulk of Morley Bent's books.
Okay, so that's worth
Yeah,
5
we
gold.
have-
So we can
Yeah.
we can do that. So so we have one bulk of Morley Bent's book, so I'll delete that and I'll add 5 gold to your party loot. So that is good. And then you kind of bring out these other 3 books, right? The What the Worm Knows, The Grave Feats, The Secret of the Soul, and you show him, look what we found. Immediately, Morley Bent is like does the whole like these do not belong in my shop. Please put these away. These are offensive.
What? Why?
Oh, he just says like the subject matter, like necromancy, like evil, sort of like flesh warping and cannibalism. No. These sort of books are not fit for my shop. And he refuses to even like have them out in his shop.
Oh, would you know anything about what's the name of the wizard again? Z?
Zarmavdian. Zarmavdian.
Zarmavdian.
Oh, you mean
That guy.
the founding wizard of the Otari Rose Guard, the one who
Yes.
defeated Belcora. Oh, a big fan. I've been collecting his memorabilia for years. Like I got so much of his
Ooh.
stuff.
Interesting. Would you perchance have heard, I don't know, like stories, myths about where his spellbook would be?
Oh yes, very interesting story. So his spell book, when he passed, was found hidden away in a sort of I don't want to get too technical for you guys, but in a different dimension, and it took a party of adventurers who got in way over their head just to retrieve the book, and then as soon as that book was retrieved, they were murdered, and the book went missing for about 425 years or so. Everyone just thought it was gone, lost to time.
Where were these adventurers killed?
Oh, in Absalom.
Oh, I'd look at how.
But
I don't
Oh,
know.
might be going back
So
to
what happened to
Absalom.
the book? You did not finish the story?
oh, very astute observation there, Hal. So, one day I'm looking in a magical bookshop in Diobel, and you know what I happen to find just stuck on a shelf, unassuming, just sitting there for sale? Zarmavdian spellbook. Bargain. I think I got it for 5 gold. Look, and he calls you over, right? He goes to like one of his like side rooms. He opens the door, and he's got a shrine to Zarmavdian in here with like replicas of his like wands and his like clothing he would wear, and like diagrams of all his spells, and on an altar right in the center with a glowing light just shining on it in a glass case is the spellbook.
Morley Bint, do you like the work you do in Otari?
Very much.
We need that spell book to defeat the person in the lighthouse.
What do you mean need?
We need to use it to unlock the seal that is guarding the lower levels, so we can get to Belcora's spirit and put her to the final rest. And the only things that will unlock it are the icons of the Rose Guard.
So I assume you probably catch him up on like everything that's happened. You're meeting Otari's ghost, him telling you about the seal, you needing the things, and he's just like fanboying as he like listens to the story, and he's just like, to think these secrets lied so close to here all this time, and all I had to do was look. Not as safe as reading books, I guess, but if you need the book is yours. But I do have some conditions. You will need to spend an afternoon training with me. I need to make sure you know how to handle this very delicate, very priceless work. I cannot have it damaged. So as long as you are willing to take some lessons from me in handling the book, I think we can come to an arrangement.
Should they be too early to learn?
No, sure. You got time. Let's do it.
Okay. Good luck, Nolara. I'm going to see Zamir.
How?
Hal leaves you with this like really like super nerd like Otari fan, like Rose Guard fanboy, right? And he's like, I gotta show you something. Look, and he pulls it out. This is a replica of the exact wand that he used to use. Look, hold it. Feel how heavy it is. And he's like really like trying to show you all his replicas and
He's
stuff.
an otaku.
Awesome. Amazing. Is this even the real book? It just seems so convenient that you have it.
I understand. I was doubtful, but I have verified its authenticity.
Okay.
Fate is a, you know, I feel like I was meant to have this. Like me and Zarmavdian, we are our souls are linked in some weird cosmic way. I never got to meet him. I somehow hope to maybe achieve greatness. Maybe I could travel back in time and just have tea with him. I don't know. I feel like we would be best friends if maybe he just met me. Maybe if he just noticed me.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But I guarantee this is the real deal. And as he like takes it out of the glass case, he puts on like silk gloves to very finely handle it. Basically, it's all about finesse, right? We cannot be rough with this book. It's got to be, you got to, separate this. We're not going to shove it in a backpack or anything. It's got to be in a hard shelled case. You're going to carry it. If you're going to turn the page for any reason, you're going to use tweezers. And he just walks you through like how to handle ancient text, right?
Can I point out he
Gets
literally
stuck
said,
on,
"Notice
like,
me,
silk.
senpai."
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I get
he kinda
stuck
did.
on him just wearing silk gloves.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. And he walks you through, and you spend the rest of the afternoon with him learning how to handle books until actually make a general dexterity check for me. I don't know if there's is there a good check for this other than just straight dexterity?
Don't break the
Right?
book check.
It's
There's
not
got to be a way.
it's not really like it's not thievery. I think
Give me a
just
nerd check.
yeah, just make a dexterity check for me.
That would be +1, 10.
10. So with a 10, he's like, no. And he makes you take a few more hours of training. So
Morley Bent, this is all super interesting, but there's a couple of things that I would like to do. So maybe we can rain check. And I don't think I have the skill set for this one. Do you think I have the skill set for this one? And then I kind
mean,
of flex my muscle a little bit.
maybe you're not the most finesse.
Intelligent. It's okay. You can say
I
it.
wasn't going to say intelligent. It's all, the muscles, the armor. I get it. Well,
No,
and he
this-
like you spent like hours with him, right? And he puts the book away and puts it back under the glass case, and he's just like, all right, well, whenever you want to resume your training or somebody else is going to take over, send them over. I will gladly arrange. I got a lot to catch them up on. They don't know anything about Zarmaden. I got so much to teach them.
I cannot wait to bring Mukta or Clovis in here for you.
Can you do me a favor, Nulara?
Yes.
Can you make... I'm trying to think of what check this would be. Make a will save.
A will say what?
This
For
is a will
what?
save to see if you can actually internalize. Yes. Okay.
That'll be a 25.
So here's the thing.
Nice.
Based on all this time you spent with him and him talking your ear off, you kept your willpower. You were able to listen. You didn't tune him out. You actually stayed pretty in the moment despite being annoyed by him. I'm going to say you are now trained in Zarmadan lore. So we can go ahead and add that to your character sheet.
Nice.
Because he's,
Let me add that really quick.
it's just trained. You know the bare minimum, but you know more than you did, 3 hours ago.
Okay.
So we're gonna cut from here to Hal, and Hal, we're coming up on like the last probably scene besides, Close's check, before we head back down, right? So Hal, you wanted to see the mayor, right?
Yeah, actually, I want to go see his niece or his daughter.
Okay.
And talk to her about the brooch.
Okay.
So I will make my way up to the mayor's house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the mayor's definitely
And-
busy dealing with the fallout of the cooperative blade being stolen. So you go up to his house, and it seems pretty wide open. There is definitely like high alert and guards, but people recognize you, and you've got clout in town, and most people, saw you at the party and was very impressed with your abilities, and so they immediately invite you onto the property and into the house and offer you food and drink and whatever else you need. And you're able to have a sit down with Doriana, which is his daughter.
Okay. So thank you for your hospitality, Doriana. I'm sure everything will be okay. Is that your uncle or your father?
My father.
Okay. Do you like doing his work with the running of the place and all his meetings and itinerary stuff, or would you rather be out like running around and having a great time? Kind of like my friend Nulara.
I've always dreamed about doing what you guys do. Father would never let me do it. It's too dangerous for a Menhems, he says. We have an important role here.
Your grandmother was doing it.
That's what I always tell him, but he just says that times are different. We have to be strong in different ways now, he says.
That is probably true. Do you have family in Amsterdam, or do you enjoy what you're doing here, or I don't know
mean-
how to say this, but we need the brooch of your grandmother to finally defeat Belcora down in the lower levels of the lighthouse,
So
the bowels.
it's true she's back? Father
That's what Otari
always
said.
talking in whispers, but he tells me to my face everything's fine, that you guys have taken care of it. But you're saying
Well, we're going to take care of it, but we need these icons. We already have access to the lockpick, Otari, whatever those things are. Mukta has them. They'll be great in his hands, but we need to gather all of them so we can unlock the doors and go downstairs. That's the easiest way I can explain. I really don't know how this stuff works.
she's like, I mean, I assume again you're filling her on all the adventure. She's super interested in the adventure part, and as you talk about like meeting Otari's ghost and this and that, you hear her eyes light up. She's just very hanging on your storytelling, on the sense of adventure that she's longed for her whole life and been able to fulfill, right? And at the end of it, as you explain to her why it's so important that you get this brooch, she nods and she understands, and she kind of disappears to the other room, and she calls you into the music room. And in the music room, there's all kinds of like pianos and giant harps and just like probably like a full band of like virtuoso instruments, you know, like everything super nice. And there's a little music box that she pulls off, and she like twists it on the bottom and like opens it, and it kind of does a little like there's like a dancing figure inside, and it's like a woman and like a deer sort of like going around each other. And she tells you like this was my great grandmother's music box. I always loved listening to it as a kid. It reminded me of all the good things she did. I think you should have this. And she like kind of like goes on the bottom and pulls off, and there's like a false bottom, and inside she pulls out a brooch that's a little pin. It's probably like about 3 inches across, and she puts it in your hand, and she says this is her holy symbol of Aristil. This was her most prized possession. This is what has been passed down in our family. It has been unused for many generations. I hoped one day to take it up myself, but perhaps it's best in your hands. And she hands over the brooch of Aristil.
That is, I will let the people know of your part in this adventure, how you enabled us to defeat Belcora and save not only Otari, but Absalom and probably other places.
And she says, but you have to do me a big favor. And she smiles at you, and you see she gets a little blushy, but she does say like, you have to come back and tell me everything that happens. I need to know. This is the most exciting thing that's ever happened in my life.
Of course. What do? I tell these stories. And I'll be sure to compose a song, and your name will be in part of the lyrics. And who knows, it could be on that sheet music over there that is on the piano.
And she looks at it and she smiles. She just said, thank you for everything. And it kind of crossfades from there back to like Clovis and Mukta's lying on the bed, and he's got the rat sweats dripping off his head, and Clovis has got the like dishwater, the bowl with cold water, and the thing herbs like put under his like eyes and in his nose. He's just trying everything he can based on knowing what this disease is to help him. So Clovis, we're going to do a medicine check for you as you try to counteract this disease to help Mukta to beat it. Okay. Because you guys know exactly the disease you're dealing with, I am going to give you a +2 circumstance bonus to your treat wounds roll.
Okay, so this will be treat wounds.
It's not treat wounds. It's what? Treat disease, which ends up being a medicine check, I believe.
Yeah, just a regular medicine roll, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's a natural 1.
That is a hero point.
That is a hero point.
Hero point.
Bring it on,
Hey,
hero
now.
point.
All right, come on. Now this is
Because we really want to help Mukta here, because if you do a natural 1, that will hurt his roll and not help his roll. And he needs all the help he can get. So please, Clovis.
come on. Let's go. Here we
Got
go.
this.
So I promise him I'd not let him
That's
die.
a good use of a hero point.
28.
28 is much better than a natural 1. Okay, so
So much better.
yeah. So let me just double check the rules on this, because what it is this is it's either a success or a critical success, and that's what I'm checking. So at the end of the disease as it runs its course, right, the next time you get to make a save, Mukta, you will have a bonus. So this is a success, not a critical success. It is going to give Mukta a +2 bonus on his next fortitude save against the effects of the disease. But the next roll also won't happen for 24 hours. That's the problem. So we're going to kind of do sort of a fast forward thing here, Mukta, as you spend the next day in pain and agony and sweats. Clovis is like done his best to treat your wounds. I'm just going to say, like, instead of 24 hours, I'm going to make the roll happen probably the next morning. Mukta, can you give me another fortitude saving throw with a +2 circumstance bonus added to your roll?
All right.
This is
Don't I get a -1 for?
Ooh, because you already have it. Probably because you're sickened, right?
Yes, it's any. I think it's at any check, anything like.
Well, this is a save, so it says saves. Then yeah.
Let's see. Let me double check. Checks and DCs.
So no, not on saves. So this. So yeah.
All right then. Let me take off that -1.
All right, guys. This is a really important role for Mukta here, because this is the difference between Mukta being like not doing great and like being back to healthy. So.
All right, here we
Are you
go.
going to guidance him,
I
Clovis,
am.
or do you
Nope.
want me to?
Go ahead.
All right.
Is that
And,
another
let's
circumstance
make-
bonus or not?
It's a plus.
That is.
Oh
Let's make them both give him guidance.
Status. Okay.
nope, you can't
Plus
stack.
one.
bonus?
You cannot stack 2 status
Wow.
bonuses. So you can do 1 guidance. Yeah.
So while you're doing that, Clovis is sitting over Mukta, right? He's like, warm Muka, soft Muka, little ball of fur, sleepy Muka, happy Muka, purr, purr, purr.
I don't know what's going on, but thank you, Clovis.
All right.
All right. Here we go.
Come on, Mukta.
That is a 17. I'm going to use a hero point.
Please do. Please do.
Yes, come on.
Come on.
All right.
Come on, these roll smiths I have to work
does
for
that-
it. Come
But
on.
I don't get the. Is it the same?
You get all the same bonuses, yeah, including the guidance. It just is reusing that roll. So
Oh yeah, it automatically adds the sickened already. So
oh, it did add the -1, huh?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Interesting. I'm not sure if that's 100% correct, but I assume they know what they're doing. Come on,
All
Mukta.
right.
If there's ever a time for you to get a high roll, this is it.
Oh, thank you, Criminal Matrix, for giving me another hero point.
You've been hit by a smooth criminal matrix.
That is a
Ooh.
14. Can I use another hero point?
If you want to cash in another hero point, please do.
All right.
I mean, if this fails too, yeah, then we're in trouble.
I think those lawyers were right about that guarantee.
Those are
thank you,
nice
Lex.
looking dice, though.
They are quite like Cosmic Ray Blue. Check it out. Goldsmith.
Come on, Mukta. I want to prep Nular, Chris, and chat.
Oh,
my
It
god!
keeps getting lower and lower.
It's getting lower and lower.
That's
so.
a 13.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, Mukta, the disease worsens despite Clovis's best of efforts. And by the next morning, when you guys are like all rested and ready to go down, you now have advanced in the disease to a further step. So in this case, you are now let's see, this is stage 3. So you're sickened 1. You're also slowed 1, which means you have 1 less action every turn. And you are now sliding closer. And now you're starting to like have a hard time staying awake, right? Like things have not gotten better. And thank you, Chronal Matrix, for really trying to throw that bone and giving the hero point, but it doesn't work. So there is one last hope, right? Bandy Vandersnatch has rested for the night. She's healed. She's gotten her spells back. She's communed with Saren Ray. She's back to give it one more go with her treat wounds. Her remove disease spell, right?
Mm-hmm.
I will sing to Vandy, and I will give her guidance.
Okay.
I want to give her inspiration, but I can't.
Nope. So she's praying to Saren Ray. Actually, what she asked this time, she asked if you would take him outside. She feels like maybe if they get him in direct sunlight, it'll help. And like as the sun hits your eyes, Mukta, it's painful. You don't want to be in the sun. This is a terrible place to be. But they pull you out. They lay it around. She gets like 8 of her acolytes to kind of form a circle, and they all begin chanting like prayers to Saren Ray as they ask for Saren Ray to give them the energy they need to protect the heroes that protect them and protect Otari. And she's going to cast her cure or remove disease, so she gets to make another counteract check. She
24.
rolled a 16 plus 8, which is a total of 24. And I'll tell you this is actually a fail because the DC is 25. However, if you look at the counteract effects for like this, if the effect is like up to spell level, like 1 level lower than the spell being used, in this case it's a 3rd level spell, since this is a 2nd level disease, even in failure it's enough to counteract it because her magic is stronger than the disease. So she pushes it out of you. Mukta, you cough, you roll over, you cough up, and like this black fungusy sludge spills out of your lungs onto the grass. And like, you're no longer hit by the disease. You're no longer sickened. You feel great. And there's rejoicing as everyone is like happy for Saren Ray. One of the acolytes comes over and gives you like a hug, Clovis. One of them is like dancing with Mushi.
Welcome back, Mukta.
Yeah.
Are there any flowers outside?
Of course.
Growing anywhere?
Of course.
So I'm going to grab 2 flowers, and I'm going to take one and tell Vandy, thank you very much. You saved our friends. I hate to lose him, and I'll put a flower in her hair. And so I'll walk over to Nalara and say, well, here, hope you like this. And I'll put a flower in her hair, and then I will pin the brooch on her armor on her.
Onto Nalara.
Very, very cool.
I feel that you're doing this because you got me stuck with Morley Bit.
Yes, that's right.
I still appreciate it. Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Hal.
So I think at that, Mukta, you're no longer diseased. We've managed to do it. It took a lot of bad luck rolls. It just shows you, right? If you got stuck with this disease and you were out somewhere where you didn't have access to magical healing, like this would have been really rough. It still was rough. But by like late afternoon the next day, right? Like probably like just after midday, you guys, you're back to full. You guys took your long rest. You get all your spell slots, hit points, everything back. If there's any spells you wanted to re-prepare, Clovis, now would be the time. But we've used our time. We've used up our free time that we had before we're heading back down into the vaults to face down Volok once and for all. So I will do this. I will activate this screen so you guys can see the town of Otari. If there's anything you need to buy supply-wise, feel free to use the shops and to buy it. I will point out that Aurelia has a shop in the Rowdy Rockfish now. It's stocked with different sorts of alchemist stuff. So you can feel free to purchase anything from her. And yeah, we're going to go to our break because it is break time and we're about to get to the intense adventure part, right?
Yes, and I have to pee.
Perfect. So As a reminder to everyone watching, all of our viewers right now, we have an active contest to win your own virtual dice from the Rollsmith. Check out our Twitter, which is @RecallKnowledge. For more information, check the description of this video or type !contest in chat to take you to everything you need to do to enter. We will be back in 10 minutes with more Abomination Vaults. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you very soon. And we're back. Hope you guys enjoyed your break. You stretch your legs. I got my ritualistic cup of coffee, despite the fact it's probably 95 degrees in here. I'm enjoying my nice warm. Oh, I can't show that side. Let me show this side. No, I can't show that side. I should be more careful about the mug that I use. However, we had a quick break. I hope you guys managed to do all the shopping that you needed to do on your characters during the break. I know there was some runes being moved around. Instead of doing like active crafting checks in order to kind of speed up the flow, we're just handling those off screen during the time Mukta was coughing his lungs out. Perfect.
Mhm.
So, yeah. This is where we stand, right? We fade in from our commercial break, to a scene of you guys trudging in this ever familiar ruins of the Gauntlight. You've gone back down through the swamp. You've gone through Volok's old office, past Borbo's floating body, down the secret staircase, into the library, through the barricaded door, past the corpses. I will note at this point, one thing you notice, there's less corpses here than there was yesterday. You continue to push through that into the Bakor's secret office, back into the room. There's a last stop for a nice bathroom if anyone needs a bathroom break. Does not sound like it. Okay, because this is the nice bathroom that Hal managed to use not that long ago. And then
Didn't really drink a lot the other day, so I'm a bit dehydrated actually.
We open the door in Bakor's office, and we see a long staircase descending down into the darkness, into mystery, into the place where Otari says he feels Volok, not a singular entity, but Volok, like hundreds, thousands of small entities broken into smaller pieces. He feels that in this direction. And guys, what is your exploration activities and what is your marching order?
I will be raising my shield.
Okay. The good old Nulara special, right? Like approaching everything with cautious optimism. I like it.
Yeah.
I will be trying to avoid notice in the back.
Okay. So Mukta's in the back and Nulara's in the front. Where does that put Hal and Clovis?
Clovis will be behind Nulara with his shield up also.
Does Nulara have light on her shield, or do you need my lights to be dancing around?
I can put light on her. So
I tried it.
goes up and touches your shield with my light, so now it is glowing.
I tried it.
You want it on the trident? Okay, I move it from the shield and put it on her trident.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Place it on the trident. Very good.
And I will do
Let there
detect,
be light.
detect magic.
Oh, I can see now.
Yeah, I think because I accidentally put you onto a space that triggered, so it moved you automatically thanks to the multi-level token mod I have installed.
Are we somewhere?
Not supposed to be, but you are.
No, I'm still in the town. Oh, okay. Now it's moving.
So I'm moving you
Oh,
back.
before I head to the front, as
Oh,
I
yeah.
pass Hal, I just pat him on the shoulder.
Okay.
And then I'll say, hey, you almost died yesterday. Try not to today. I'll make sure you won't.
Hope you are correct. But I think I should have played a different song yesterday. I think that's what I'll lead with today.
Okay, well. Yeah. Don't die.
It's the end of the world as we know.
And then I go to the front with my shield up
Yep. And you just you
and
you
my
slow
flashlight.
and the flashlight
so
try to,
it's a good day to die.
and you descend down the staircase, and right at the bottom of the staircase there's a very fancy looking wooden door, ornately carved, looks like maybe made out of like mahogany or some kind of nice wood. So
I turn to everyone. Is it locked first?
I'm still in town.
I'm sitting on the.
I
beginning
haven't moved you
map.
guys to the battle map yet. We're
Yep.
just
Oh, okay.
we're just
I'm
in theater
we
of
were
the mind
there.
right now.
No, we were there and then went back
Nope.
to the
Describing
main.
it.
I'm painting the picture in your mind's eye.
Okay.
Join me in your brain, players.
I am in your brain.
So
Use
you're
our
moving.
imagination.
Yep.
What?
You feel, Nulara, you feel the door. It does not feel locked.
Mukta, wherever he is.
Yep.
I come
He's probably
scurrying.
hiding.
Excuse me, pardon me.
Oh,
Yep.
All right. I take a look.
Yep. Give me a perception check.
All right. That would be a 20.
Okay. So you give it a once over. It doesn't look locked. It doesn't look trapped. Very nice door. Held up pretty well over the years, more than most of the doors in the area. But it looks safe to open.
I just nod to myself and give a thumbs up to Nara and walk back to the back.
Yep.
I put a hand on his shoulder, squeeze real quickly, and then head inside.
I
Yep.
kind of rub my
Where's the
shoulder a
light?
bit. She's a bit stronger than she realizes.
I
you
have no idea.
right. You move in right to the room, Nulara, and sorry, I'm moving your tokens on the map just so I can see you all, because there's like one square and I had you all stacked on each other, but that's not going to work. So you move in very carefully, Nulara. Through the door, as your light like shines in, you realize you don't actually need your light because this room is glowing. There's a pair of brightly glowing chandeliers illuminating a long banquet hall surrounded by luxurious high-backed chairs. The table is still set as if for some grand meal, but some of the place settings look scattered and toppled, and a few of the chairs are also kind of tumbled over. And you see there's 4 skeletons in tattered finery that's held up pretty well over the years, like dressed in the finest silks, things that, like, you know, how this would have been right at home in some fancy ball or some gala that you'd been to in the past. Maybe a bit dated, but surely very fine clothing. And these 4 skeletons, some of them are like lying like face down over the table, like motionless, and you can see other bits of like broken wood, silverware, plates toppled over. It's like something terrible probably happened here, and now these 4 like skeletons are sort of what's left. And around the room, right around this banquet hall, along the left wall, which is the east wall, you see a series of doors, and along the right wall there's one door, and at the far end of the banquet hall on the south there's another kind of smaller door, not as ornately carved, leading south of here. And there's a few doors, like you can't see them from the doorway, but as you step in cautiously, there's 2 more doors like flanking the main door. It's basically there's doors for miles in this room, and this banquet hall.
Is there any magic about?
You give a detect magic on the area. That is a good question. Let me just see if there is or is not a detect magic. You do get a sense of magic that pings from in the room.
There is a magic here. I don't quite know where it is. Could be those guys sleeping on the table, or maybe something like those chandeliers that they're shining after hundreds of years.
That's true. I mean,
Not dissimilar to sort of the kind of chandeliers that she had in her office, which is just up the hallway, right? But as you're saying that, Hal, and you're like talking about the sleeping guests, as if on cue, the camera pans down to one of them, and we see the skeletal hand of this creature not moving. We see it sort of like flicker for just a second. And then all 4 of the skeletons kind of sit up, and all their eyes turn at your kind of intrusions as they rise to their feet. And players, are you ready for the banquet hall bash?
Nope.
Let's go.
Because we are rolling initiative.
All right. This battle is brought to you by Rollsmith for all your digital dice needs.
Ooh,
Very
what do you
cool.
have? I have the gold.
I needed to update my dice, actually.
Or-
I was testing one dice, but I want to change it, so I'm not using the same dice as someone else.
Gold ore.
I'm going to go back to my...
Where
As
are
I
we
stated
supposed to be?
I'm sitting there with Atari,
Me too.
Really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
and it's
Oh,
saying no
I see.
active encounter.
I copy-pasted your tokens instead of dragging them completely.
Ah,
Oh, now we're at the banquet hall.
Yep, so you're in this hall. There's 4 skeletal party guests that are like around the thing. They all like stand up and begin to clatter to life as you guys are faced
Ooh, a nice initiative. 20? No.
with your first challenge down here.
all right. Let's roll that cosmic blue race.
It's guaranteed not to fail on important checks.
I don't know why my thing is acting up today.
That's an 18 for Mukta.
Okay.
That would be
Fantastic.
An 18 for Noir.
an 18 for me as well.
I'll get
But I
an,
couldn't like right click on my character.
you can guess it. An 18.
Whoa, guys!
That is wild.
Wow!
Everyone's basically got
Friends.
18 except for Clovis.
And I
the
think we can
skeletons.
delete Inspire Courage, right?
Yes.
It expired already.
Yeah.
It was still
All-
on my effects.
It is
Yep.
now an expired courage.
So, as this combat springs to life deep down below the gauntlet, that's a little loud. Okay, so combat springs up. Clovis, you're the first to act. 4 skeletons coming to life. What would you like to do?
The one directly in front of me, Clovis is going to take an acid splash at him.
Okay, you reach up, hit it with an acid splash. That's a spell attack, right?
It is.
Go ahead.
That is a 23.
That's a hit.
Okay, that's good to hear.
That is 5.
Yeah, 5 points of damage. So 5 points of damage to this skeleton. The acid hits its bones, starts melting them. It's melting through the fine clothes. And the token's wearing armor, but they're wearing fine silks. And begins eating away at the bones. It splashes onto the table. It starts eating through the wood. But nothing
Oh,
gets
that was-
hit in that splash.
That was the cute skeletal party guest.
Yes, the cute skeletal party guest. Not so cute anymore with the burned off face. All right, that's 2 actions. You still have 1.
All right, I will. Can I roll a recall knowledge of what would be good to attack these guys with?
Sure. Give me a recall knowledge. Let's see. We're talking. You don't have undead lore or anything, so it's pretty much going to be a religion check on these guys.
That is a 12.
Hard to place. You rack your brain, but you don't come up with anything to help in the moment.
Okay, that's my turn.
All right. To respond, the cute skeletal guest turns. Well, let's start over here with the irritable party guest, because the irritable party guest gets out of the seat, looks up at like the closest person, which is like New Lara, stumbles forward with like one like shamble with 1 action, and then reaches out with its jaws to try to bite at you.
Okay.
You do have your shield
I have my
raised.
shield up.
That's a 25 to hit.
Hits.
Unfortunately, it does hit. The jaws, it gets past your shield, sinks into you for 8 points of damage.
Okay, I'm blocking it.
Oh, very cool.
Mm-hmm. And then as my passive, I get to do an aggressive block with that as well.
Oh, you do.
Yes, sir.
So, bam, right? Is that like, do you make a
So
roll?
No, you have to make a roll, like, against my athletics DC, I believe, if I remember
And
correctly.
What kind of roll is it?
It would be,
You can put it in chat if you can.
yeah. Hang on a second.
Also, I don't know why, but your camera's frozen, Nina.
Really? I don't know.
Unless it's just for me, but on my end, you're frozen.
Frozen.
All right,
It's on the
aggressive block. You push back. You can use your shield to push the triggering creature either automatically starting at 5 feet or it becomes flat-footed. So, I think it just chooses. There's no roll, right? There's no save.
Yes, you get to choose. No, I believe there is a shoving it.
It says you
It
automatically
chooses
shove it
to-
5 feet or cause it to become flat-footed.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay,
in
yes, it
in
is your
this
choice.
case, it's going to choose to become flat-footed as it stumbles. It's now flat-footed for the next turn, and it's going to respond.
And I also take no damage from that because my hardness is 8 on my
Okay.
shield.
Then you take no damage from the full 8.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. All right, and with his last action, he spends an attack roll. That's a 22.
Misses.
Very cool. All right. The dumb skeletal party guest stumbles from the back, moves about like 10 feet here, and then
Okay.
so it moves here, and it's also going to do his jaw strike at you, Nular. That's a 19,
Misses.
and the claw strike, 18.
Misses.
Nice. So you are fending off on that side of the table. So let's cut to the other side of the table. This cute skeletal party gets the one that you just like burned off half his face. Clovis, like turns and looks at you with its eyes, and deep within its eyes, you see a pale blue light begin to glow from within its skull. And its 2 eyes begin to glow bright. Its mouth opens. It barfs out a cone of blue light. So this skeleton is using the Deathlight ability. So this is a 20-foot cone. So this 20-foot cone is going to hit everyone in your party. Mukta, you're going to have partial cover because you are behind all your allies and the hallway a bit. But this light washes over all 3 of you guys. I need everyone to make a DC 18 Fortitude saving throw.
So what does cover give me for that?
I'm going to give you a +2 circumstance bonus to this roll. Just because the light can't get to you as easy. Clovis succeeds.
16 for
Lara
me.
fails. Hal fails. You made this roll at level 1 or 2.
That's a 17.
I'm going to use
Even with the
if
circumstance.
this is a visual effect.
Oh, let's
to use it
check.
after performance.
Oh, guys,
That-
we're
It has
doing
a-
so well right now.
Visual trigger.
Yeah, so you can absolutely try to counteract this.
Alright. We'll use my to
That
say-
would- So roll that counter performance check. 26.
26.
That works.
Nice. Ooh.
So you're able to. Well, it's actually, I think it's a 25 because you're not using your instrument because it's an audio, a visual effect, but it's still enough either way, right?
25. It was off on my end, but anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, it added the +1 for virtuosity performer. I don't know when. Either way, more than enough. Hal manages to like do a crazy riff. Actually, it'd be more like a dance or some kind of like flourish to counteract the audio visual of this blue light. And all of you make your save, and nothing happens. That's pretty awesome.
Freaking Nice job.
That's clutch.
And then the last one up here, the Zen party guest, just like comes up, tiptoe dances, and he attacks you, Mukta. Or sorry, Mukta's back. Clovis again, getting him backwards. Jaw strike. Oh, it was almost a natural 20. That's a 24.
Yep, that hits. It's right at my armor clip. Put my shield up.
All right, you take 7 points of damage. I think you can use your reaction shield block, correct?
No, I would have my
Yeah,
shield
do
up
it.
though. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so you reduce the damage by 5. You take 2, and your shield takes 2 points of damage.
Ooh,
And-
nice.
And it gets one more strike. A 20. Does a 20 miss?
Yes, I miss it.
Okay. That's all the skeletons. Hal.
All right. Al is going to take a stride back on the other side of Mukta, if that's
Okay.
possible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's going
will
to
you
teleport you
teleport it
because
back?
of multi-level token, but yeah.
All right.
Just step back on it and come back.
Yep. And
Okay,
then
so you
I will,
stride back.
I'll move
They
past
don't get
them into
opportunity
the hall.
attacks.
And then I will do a where is my stuff? Come on now. Electric arc.
Okay, yeah, you have vision on the 2, so that's a reflex save on the 2 that you can see, right? Are you doing the one on each side of the table?
Yes, that is right.
Okay, so let's see. Let me select both the tokens. Reflex saves for both. So the irritable one got a 19. That fails. The other one got a natural 20, so that's a critical success for 30 total. So one takes 0 damage and one takes full damage.
8 points of damage. If you can drag me below the cute skeleton party guest. Finzians.
Oh, I see, because
I disappeared.
yeah. Okay. That brings us
My turn.
to Mukta.
All right. Seeing the one in front of Nulara, how she shoved him with her shield, and he is flat-footed.
He is.
Pulls out his short bow in quick action and fires.
Go
One
for it.
motion.
It's flat-footed for sure.
All right. Make sure that is on. All right.
Actually, you know what I'm realizing is Clovis, you did not have your shield raised. Because you took your turn, you didn't raise the shield.
No, we said it was raised before we went in there.
And then you got the first round of combat. So it lasts until your first turn.
Oh, I thought it dropped when it's my turn again. So it dropped right after my turn.
It dropped at the start of your turn in initiative. It's
Okay.
fine, we've already moved past it, but for the future, just remember,
Yeah,
you have
no,
your shield
I
raised.
thought it-
Yeah.
Yep, gotcha. And it didn't. Your second one wouldn't have hit anyways with the down. So
Right. 16 is a
It's a
hit.
miss.
It's a hit because it's flat-footed.
Whew.
Nice. Let's go.
All right. Damage. That is 6 points of damage.
Okay. 6 points of damage into the skeletal creature. You feel like either your arrow snaps a few ribs off.
All right. Second action, I will pull out another arrow and let it fly.
Okay.
That is a 21.
That's a hit.
Nice.
That's 10 points of damage.
All right. The more cracking, the bones are falling off. This creature's bloodied. It's definitely getting really beat up, but not quite dead.
All right. And my third action. Why not? Let's go for that third strike.
Go for it. The legendary triple Triple
That is
attack
a natural 1.
for a
If you're gonna
total
do a nat-
of 2.
if it-
Total of 2.
well, if you're gonna do a natural 1, it's you can strike that
Yeah,
a good time
that's
to
a
do it.
good one.
All right, that's all 3 actions, correct?
I thought I pulled up an arrow, but I actually didn't, and I let go, and I think it's going to strike through, and then I'm waiting,
Like
and
it.
nothing's happening.
I like it. All right, Nulara.
All right, taking in a breath with my trident, I will attack the Corpselight right in front of me.
Corpselight? No one said
Oh,
Corpselight,
sorry. Skeleton.
but it very well could be. I mean, you saw it barf the blue light, right?
Yep. Corpselight inside of it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep.
Trident. I named this one the Ghostbuster.
Nice.
Ooh.
So that would be 80 to hit
Oh,
with my
shit.
first attack.
That's going to hit. I'm trying to remember if it's flat-footed for you or not, but either way, it's a hit.
Okay, perfect. So that would be
It's flat-footed
So-
until... It doesn't actually say.
10 points
I think it
of
does until the start of the next turn.
damage.
Okay.
Oh, wait, it should be 2d8 because remember I also have the striking rune on this one.
It's supposed to have the striking rune. Did you add it?
Yeah, I did.
It did not.
No, it's not even on my thing right now. Okay, I'll just roll another d.
Roll another d8.
Yeah. So 10 plus
One
1,
more.
so 11 points of damage.
Okay. It's hurt.
Mhm.
It's still like hanging on.
Okay, so I'm going to attack this guy again with my trident. That would be 12.
12's gonna miss.
Okay, and then no, I'll try again. I'll go for it.
The-
Try.
Triple attack back to back. Bring it on.
Yeah. Attacking him again.
Let's go.
Let's go. 16.
Do we determine if it's flat-footed until the start of your turn or the start of its turn?
I think it's until the start of her turn.
Did it say?
Let me see.
Causing it to become
Until the
flat-footed
start of your next
next
turn.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, it's not flat-footed. A 16 misses.
That's okay. And I will. That's the end of my turn.
Okay.
Okay.
Top of the round. Clovis, round 2.
Clovis looks at Mushi and just goes, and you see him transform into a bear.
All right.
Let's go.
Bear Clovis.
Blovis.
And he is going to take.
We'll workshop that one.
Pop, pop, pop.
Yes.
I'm clicking my bear strike, and his actor no longer exists.
Because that bear strike's tied to your old character sheet, remember? So open your character sheet and drag the new one.
Yeah. So
Also, Nina, your camera's still frozen. Is that something that you can't fix, or is that something that you know? I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, it's working now.
It's moving with you guys. I guess if I.
It just
whenever I
fixed itself.
minimize it.
Whatever it was. Yeah, maybe. So
I'm trying to find. God, it's been a while on this. Sorry, guys. So where do I drag it from?
what you can do is if you select yourself, it pops up at the top all your strikes. You can just do the bear strike
Oh,
from
that's
there.
right, from up there. Yep. Thank you.
In the meantime, that'll be the fastest way to get there.
Yep.
This tip brought to you by GM Prep Steve.
Strikes.
So Clovis is
Bear claw.
pop, pop, pop. He turns from a tiny like elf man into a thick bear, still medium sized, but still cool.
And I clicked it, and I'm frozen and frozen.
Man,
Yeah, I'm just tearing it up tonight.
yeah, we gotta fix your computer.
Yep. I don't know. Yeah, my whole computer's frozen. Everything.
All right, I'm clicking it for you so that we can move the
Yep.
game along.
Oh, that's a.
Natural 20. You're welcome.
Whoa.
That's why it froze. Yep.
This natural
Roll
20
damage.
brought to you by the DM and Rollsmith. So that's going to be a Bear Jaws critical strike. Still terrible damage, but 10 points of, is it piercing? Yeah, 10 points of piercing as you now tear through, bloody this thing, the skeleton, and ragdoll it around. You still have one more action, I believe?
2 to turn into the bear and 1 for the bear.
2 to turn into the bear.
I'm done.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect. So now the skeletons get their chance to go. Let's start on the side. This one's going to strike Nulara with her jaw, or its jaws. A 21.
Hits, but I'm gonna use my reaction for reactive shield.
Oh,
Level
put that in
4,
chat because I think this is the first time we've seen it.
Yes, level 4.
Level 4.
This one. You
So-
immediately use the raise shield action and gain the shield's bonus to AC.
Yep. There's Clovis's bear claw like 10 minutes later.
Yeah. Hey,
Might wanna-
another
wanna-
critical.
Might want to try refreshing clothes, but you snap the shield up at the last second. The strike comes in and causes it to miss, right?
Yes, it causes it to miss.
Okay.
Because you said 21? Yeah,
Yeah. Yep.
misses.
Okay. It's gonna use its claws for the second strike. 20.
Misses?
And I think for the third action, seeing it can't do anything, it's going to step back.
Okay.
All right. This one here.
Oh, you already used your action.
Yep. This one here, and also the step doesn't trigger the opportunity attack, right? But this one here, its eyes begin to glow, its mouth opens, it barfs out blue light, 20-foot cone.
Oof.
I think
Damn.
that Hal's safe in the hallway, but Nulara, Clovis, and Mukta, I think it's Fortitude saves.
Fortitude? Yeah. Come on, Rollsmith. Whoa, hero point. Don't come save
19
me.
turns it into a success.
That's
Clovis,
a 19 for me.
It's a crit,
17.
baby. Well, kind of the bear, but
oh, Mukta got the 19. Clovis got the
Bear
30.
resistance.
Lara's failed it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, so a fail means you take two.
Six.
Wait. Yeah, just 2d6.
Uh-huh.
All right, 2d6 negative. Oh, that's not it. So you take 5 points of damage, Nular.
Okay.
This creature is going to heal 2. Actually, it's at full health, so it doesn't matter. But it does heal back as you lose some health. Mukta, you take 1d6, so you take half of that 5, so you take 2.
Good points. All right.
And Clovis takes 0 because you critically succeeded. Okay. Back on this side, the skeleton is going to strike out at the bear. That's a 24 to hit.
That was almost a 20.
Pretty close. 10 points of damage to you, Clovis. Claw strike for the second one. That's going to miss with an 8. And then steps back with its third action to give some space. This cute party skeleton, I guess, it opens its eyes. Actually, wait. This one already tried it last turn. This one can't do it again. So this one steps forward, takes a step, and then jaw strike on Clovis. Misses. Claw strike on Clovis. Misses. That's all their turns. Hal.
Let me go ahead and I'm going to use electric arc on the 2 I can see. This guy and this guy.
Okay.
It's 6 damage.
Both fail. So 6 damage to each, right?
Electric damage.
All right, the one in front of Clovis gets wrapped in electric energy, takes some damage, but still looks fine. The one back here that's like still like hanging on, the lightning hits it, it crumbles into like a pile of bones, and it dies.
Nice.
And then,
All right.
rising up from the bones, it's replaced by a glowing blue light. The corpse lights, as Nulara so rightfully deduced.
I'm gonna look at Mukta and be like, Mukta, this is the ghost. This is the ghost that I touched.
Oh,
Why is it here then?
All right.
I don't know.
And I have one more left. Does aid require 1 or 2, or how does that work?
I think aid can be a one action thing. It's kind of like
Right.
up to the DM or whatever, right? It's not explicitly spelled out. So
I want to use aid to help direct Mukta. Go over there. Shoot that one to the side that's fighting Clovis and point him in the right direction.
what skill would you like to use to do the aid?
I would like to use...
If it sounds like a perception if you're directing him on what to do.
Yes, that probably would be correct.
Okay, perfect. So we will use. So you're basically use the aid action. You're waiting, and then when he does his thing, you're going to use your reaction to give him aid. Okay.
All right.
Awesome. I can't wait to see if it works. Well, Mukta.
All right. Okay, Hal, if you say so.
That is the way I say. And I will roll my perception. That is a 22.
22. That is a success, which gives Mukta a +1 on his attack roll. A +1 circumstance bonus.
I take one action to stride over there,
Uh-huh.
hopping up onto the chair and table, and then hopping off.
Yep. I'm going to say that moving across this is like uneven terrain, so you are going to have to give me an acrobatics check to try to do this without falling over.
All right. Let me make sure what I have. I don't think right, acrobatics.
You are going to get flanking from Clovis, but
Let's
Seven-
say 17.
that's enough. This isn't that hard. So you hop over the table. Now you do get a circumstance bonus from the flanking. It doesn't stack with the circumstance bonus from the aid, unfortunately.
But it's flat-footed.
It is flat-footed, yeah.
So I'm going to pull out the rapier, right? Because I'm holding the short bow in one hand. I'll pull out the rapier in the other,
Okay,
and quick draw strike for my
Okay.
second action.
go ahead.
So let me make sure that it's adding it correctly. So it should be +1, right?
For
You said the circumstance bonus?
well, it's +2 from the flanking. Oh, actually, no, I'm wrong because flanking is a circumstance penalty on the target, and you're getting a
Yes.
circumstance bonus. So yeah, you get +1 on top of the -2.
All right.
All right, very cool. So yeah, +1 circumstance bonus.
That is a 19.
That hits.
Not a crit, though. Not what I was looking for.
Nope.
That is 7 points. Oh, no. Sorry, it's 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. Okay. You hurt it quite a bit. It's bloodied.
And my third action, I am going to stride back to where I was.
Okay. Make that acrobatics check so you don't slip on the table.
All right.
Just a DC 10. This isn't the most uneven ground, but it is slightly uneven. Yeah, no problem.
That's a
Scurry.
20.
Nice.
Perfect. Scurry in, strike, scurry out.
I don't think I've rolled above a 10. Which is more on me as a player and not indicative of anything with Rollsmith stats.
Nulara.
Okay, so for my first turn, I'm going to strike the closest skeleton to me
Okay.
with my trident. So
Go
that
for
would
it.
be... What the heck?
What did you-
This is our second natural one.
Mm-hmm.
It's a natural one. And then
So that's
I'm
gonna
try-
miss.
Uh-huh. Second attack, that would be 12. Ow, what the heck?
That's gonna miss.
All right, Nulara, what dice are you using? Let's switch.
The gold ore. What's yours?
I'm using the Cosmic Ray
Okay, after this one. And
Alright.
then for my third action, I am actually going to try again.
First two don't work. Try again. It's 6 straight attacks in a row from Nulara. Let's do it.
Oh,
I
you can
know.
do it.
That's gonna miss. All
Okay, there you go. That's the end of my turn.
right. Top of the round, Clovis.
All right, Clovis is gonna reach out with a jaw strike on the one in front of me.
Go for it.
That is a 27.
That is a critical hit.
Nice.
Nice.
Roll that critical damage. Nah. Okay, well, I saw this one. I thought it was gonna be double ones.
18 damage.
You tear into this thing, and like a dog playing with like a bone, the whole thing collapses, and you just are left with like one bone in your mouth as you shake it. This thing is dead.
What is Mukta gonna tell him? What are you gonna tell me, Mukta?
Don't eat it.
And
So
from the
it's
one
back
bone you're
on the
holding,
ground.
a blue light like kind of pulls itself out of the pile of bones and floats in front of you.
Oh, shit. So that was one action.
Mm-hmm.
If I go out of my form, that's an action to get out of my form?
It's one action to dismiss the form, yeah.
All right. I'm gonna see if I can do a claw strike and hit it. Just like swipe at it, see what happens.
Yeah, it's a ghost. What could go wrong? Do it. Your big old paw swipes right through the ghostly form. It's a miss.
Okay, I'm gonna use my last action and come out of the bear form.
Oh, okay. Boom, pop out of bear form. Back to regular Clovis.
Yep.
All right. This ghost here, like immediately floats to the east, and floats and just disappears like through the doorway. This ghost here floats to the west and disappears through that doorway. This guest you're fighting, Nulara, strikes at you.
Misses?
Misses.
We're just missing on each other.
A natural one. So that's an
As
18 on the
well.
first strike, a natural one on the second strike, and it's going for it with the third strike, and it.
Hey,
You're-
friend.
It's an epic battle of defense here, and you've driven each
Yeah.
other to stalemate.
Hey, defense wins championships, all right?
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true.
That is dead on.
This one did the. Let me see. Actually, this one hasn't done it yet, so this one is going to open up its eyes and barf a blue light over everyone in the party again, everyone except for Hal. So can Nulara, Clovis, and Mukta, can you guys make fortitude saves again?
I got my cosmic ray. Ooh.
It's another crit.
So it's a natural 20 for Clovis for a total of 30. Mukta gets an 18, which succeeds. Nulara gets a 15, which fails. So
Maybe a
Nulara,
marble
you
dice.
yeah, Nulara's gonna take the. Thought I rolled the damage. Did I not roll it? Oh yeah, 7 damage. So Nulara takes 7. Clovis takes 3. Sorry, Clovis takes 0. Mukta takes 3.
30 points.
As that, and it's gonna heal. It's gonna heal up 7 points of health, and like some of the bones reset back into place, and it's more healed than it was. Yeah. Okay. Hal.
All right, how does Mukta there look? Is he looking kind of rough? I can't tell. He does not have any visible.
Can I have it?
I'm all right. I'm not bad. I think we just we kill these things. Maybe Nulara punches them, but I'm all right.
All right, well, I'm not going to be able to come back here, so I'm going to use lay on hands anyways on him.
Okay.
Ooh.
So you are giving him a back massage or what?
Yep, as I point him in the right direction, I squeeze on his rat back. Say, you got this, and I will also aid him, or at least attempt to aid him.
Okay. Using perception again.
I can use perception. I was thinking more like giving me a pep talk, but perception will work.
Okay. Perfect. That's all your actions.
I still have one more. I will cast the shield.
Is Land's Hands only one action? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is one. I will cast shield. Because that is my go.
Okay. Mukta.
All right. Think to myself. Damn. Nowhere to hide. I'm going to take a stride action.
You can hide under the table. There's chairs for cover. There's big oversized. This was narrated as big oversized fancy chairs, and you're not big. There's definitely cover for you to try to hide from one, maybe not the other. Like if you're hiding on one side of the table, you can hide from the other side.
All right. I will take a step forward then.
Okay.
I will attempt to hide from this one here.
Okay. On that chair facing both, I think it's either one's fine. Like both probably at the same time. So go ahead and make that stealth check.
All right.
21.
That's a 21.
Okay.
Ooh.
You are. I'm trying to see. Yeah, you've beat it.
All right. Third action. I think I'd have to drop my rapier to pull arrow out and use my short bow.
Mm-hmm. So rapier clatters to the floor, notch the arrow.
Yeah.
Make
I
that
probably
attack
would have
roll.
dropped it before I tried to hide, so it don't make noise. But
Of course, yeah. You just
All right.
dropped it onto the chair. Gingerly.
that is a critical hit for 27.
Yes.
That is 100% absolutely a critical hit.
Nice.
The dice
Alright.
is finally in our favor.
For 26 points of damage.
Ooh.
Right in the skull, you
Coming
split.
on now, baby.
You split the skull. It like pops open. You can see a hint of a glow light glowing from within. Very hurt, but not dead.
And that's my whole turn. That's 3 actions.
Nulara, bring it home.
I just nod at this skeleton right in front of me and try and hit it again with my trident.
It's a defensive master. You'll never be able to hit it.
There is no try,
22.
no Laura.
Yeah,
There's
22
do,
hits.
Don't do.
That would be. Well, disregard that. I don't know
Oh.
why
I was gonna say, man, that
there's
is
so
awesome.
much in there. I will manually do this.
Yeah,
like
what
that
happened to the trident?
I
Wow,
don't know
that is
if
nice.
I like that damage.
You
Yeah,
added-
No,
for the
13
Ghostbusters.
plus 4, that would be 17 points of damage.
Okay.
Still nice.
Okay, that's my first attack. I will attack it again with my trident.
Okay. I edited it because you added I don't know why you had 1d8 extra custom damage on it instead of the striking rune, I think is what it was. 16 is gonna miss.
Okay, and then let's go for another one. I will attack this skeleton again right in front of me with my trident. Oh, another 5.
9 attacks in a row from Nulara, but only
Not in
one.
a row, I hit him.
No, I'm saying you've taken 3 turns, and every turn, all 3 actions have been attack, 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 and you've gotten 1 hit, I think, maybe 2.
You hear a whisper behind you. If it's still up after another round, try moving to this square for me.
Okay. Alright, I got you. You should have let me know.
All right, top of round 4, Clovis.
All right. Clovis is going to cast Disrupt Dead on it.
Which one?
So it's on this one right here. Oops.
The one right in front of you.
Yep.
All right,
That's a
that
DC 24 to 12 for you.
that is a 17, which is a fail.
10 points of damage.
Okay, that's
Maybe. maybe.
10 points. Yeah, 10 points of damage. Trying to see. I feel like it should have. No, I guess. Oh, actually. Ooh.
It crit fails. Feebled one.
No, this is an interesting question.
Oh, we got our rolls coming up here.
No, yeah, I mean, yeah, kind of like is. Yeah, okay, this is for sure. Okay, so not always for undead. So I was checking, is this thing even undead? Yes, it is.
That's why I said I'm waiting. Like,
Yep. So you deal the positive damage. Blam! The bones disrupt. Its life force crumbles. It's dead. And in its place is a glowing white light, a glowing blue light with a face.
okay, I will move stride back right behind Mukta.
Okay.
Am I able to get there?
Yeah.
Okay, there it goes. And that's my turn.
All right. So this ghost light, after being destroyed, looks at you guys, and it disappears behind that door. This over here, like Mukta, you're like kind of seeing this door. You hear like and you see skeletal hands fumbling at the door, and you see a skeleton. This one's just like a tiny halfling dressed in like servant's clothes, stumbles out, not much bigger than you, and stumbles through the door and just comes eye to eye with you. But it used all of its actions to do that. And over here, Nulara, in the back, you see the same thing. Clamber. Wait, you're not in that square, right, Nulara?
No, I don't know why I'm here.
Yeah, you should be here.
I was right here.
Yeah. So this skeleton clambers up and then uses all its actions to get to you, but can't actually get to you.
Okay.
The defensive mastermind that is the dumb skeletal party guest takes a strike at you. That's a 28.
Hits.
Okay. That's going to be 10 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Okay. And then claw strike. 25.
Hits.
Okay. 7 points.
Okay.
And steps back with his third action.
Okay.
Heal up. That's all of them. Hal.
All right. I think I want to do inspire defense, but not make it lingering. Just let it run one round.
Okay. So everyone gets 1 round of inspiring defense. Go ahead and pop that in chat. Courage or defense?
Sorry, inspire defense.
Okay.
And resistance, it is cantrip, so I guess that would be 1. Cantrip 2, we got 1.
Yep.
That is 1 action. I can seize this guy here, and I will do a electric arc.
All right. Reflex save from that guy. Thank you, Rollsmith, for another natural 20. He's going to take 0 damage thanks to the critical success on the basics reflex save. Man.
That's like your third one tonight.
Yep.
Thank you, Rollsmith, for giving me all the natural 20s I could ever use.
Is everything?
Okay.
That's where all of our dice energy has gone tonight. Is to Steve.
Mukta. Yeah. It's going into those mahogany, the purple wood oak dice. So if you want natural 20s, use the purple wood oak dice set by the Rollsmith.
I'm using the blue marble, and I've had 2 to 3.
That's
I know the
true
both
as well.
of you guys.
All right, Mukta. It's
I'm going to delay my turn until after.
Perfect.
Do you still want me to move?
I mean, just so we can try to get flat-footed against as many people as possible. So.
Okay, I got you. All right.
Okay, so you're delaying your turn. Perfect, Nulara.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take a step right here. Sorry. Hello, move. All right, there.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna try and hit this dumb skeleton right in front of me again.
The one that's the dumb one, the one you've been dueling?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's his name, right? The dumb
Yeah.
skeleton?
This one here
Okay.
is the dumb skeleton, yeah.
Okay, so that would be... Ba-ba-bam.
Come on. Oh,
15?
A 15 misses.
Oh.
Man.
Okay.
we need to burn
that's
some
my-
digital sage or something.
I know, right? And then for my... Can I do this, Steve? Like, can I go in between them to get to take a step at this square?
I'll allow it with the caveat that you're kind of... I think you're forcing through the square, so you're gonna need to like basically use like... It's kind of like a tumble through action, but you can do it with like athletics and just muscle your way through if you want.
I would
Okay.
say you're good where you are if you don't want to move.
Yeah, are you sure?
Yes.
I mean, I don't mind moving.
No, you're good there because I'm going to swing around.
Okay, third action, raising my shield.
Okay.
That's the end of my turn.
Perfect. Mukta, now
I
it's your
will
turn.
Take my turn now. I'm going to damn,
On the
Yeah.
table.
pick up my rapier.
Okay, one action to pick up the rapier. Give me that acrobatics check to stay steady across the unevenness of the dining table. Easily, no problem.
That is a 27.
That's a critical success. You look cool doing it.
I probably get pull a Legolas on one of the platters and slide across the table a little bit.
Ooh, look, I like it.
And then with my rapier, I will strike at this.
Yep, it's flat-footed.
All right.
You can also see through this door. You can't see much because of the lighting, but like there's a little bit of light flittering in there. It's like a kitchen of some sort.
All right.
Nice.
That is a 28.
Yes.
That will be a critical hit.
All right.
Make this damage count.
Yes!
That's
you
31
can
points
make
of
it
damage.
count!
That should kill everybody.
The bones crumble, and in its place, a ghostly light appears.
Punch it.
And it looks
Punch it,
back at you
Nora.
really annoyed. Like,
Punch it.
again.
And that's the end of my turn because I had to pick up my rapier. So
That's right. All right, Clovis.
Okay, the one right in front of me, I'm going to try Disrupt Undead again.
Fortitude save. That is a fail. Max damage, 16 points. The skeleton bones crumble, and in their place, a blue light.
And I will.
I'm
raise
sensing
my
a pattern here, guys. I don't know if you've picked up on it, but when they die, they turn into blue lights, and then they disappear, and then they
go in the
come
kitchen,
back.
And then they come back.
They come back.
yes, the
Got it.
problem,
And
the
halfling
problem
bugs.
is we can't kill them into our last action. So
Yeah,
we
no.
kill them, and
Unfortunately,
then they just run away.
yeah, I have one
Yeah.
action and everything. The only thing I have to go
No.
after this thing is
I get that, right? I'm
Oh.
just pointing out the absurdity that you guys are like stuck in this loop.
yeah.
I'm just pointing out this
Okay.
absurdity, right?
I mean,
Okay.
there has to be a limit on how many bodies they have in this room.
That is 100%
That's true.
correct, because they are not manifesting bodies, they're just inhabiting them.
I mean, it's a ghost. I saw Laura punch a ghost once. So what the hell? I'm going to take my my staff and I'm going to swipe at this little blue light.
Okay. It has partial cover because you're attacking through a doorway, but go for it.
Oh shit! Sorry, all my things aren't open. Oh, wah, wah.
Your like staff of healing just like clunks right against the door frame of the door you're hiding behind and doesn't get anywhere near hitting it. It's a
All right,
critical
my
failure.
turn.
All right. The skeletons get their go. Well, technically, this one.
Skeleton and two blue lights.
I'm counting how many corpses there actually are. Okay.
Like
And for
27.
my exotics.
Perfect. Okay.
Mhm.
This thing flies away from you, Clovis, and disappears into this room through the door. All right. This one here, man. This one like looks around. It actually like flies like over the top of your head, Nulara. This is technically a move action. It's a stride action, which does trigger your opportunity attack. You did not burn your reaction because you raised your shield on your turn, so you
Yeah.
have a reaction free.
And
This
it
is
would have
how
been
it happened
flat-footed, right?
before.
It will be
Because it
flat-footed.
moved. Yeah.
And it's going to attack me?
No, it's flying over the top of your head. It looks like it's flying. It flew up and it's trying to go over you.
No, he can go because this dude might attack me.
Okay.
I'm not gonna use my attack of opportunity.
All right. It floats over your head, past you, into the room behind you, and disappears through a door.
We need to try to kill them before they go back to the doors.
I know, but if this dude kills me,
This one strikes at you.
oh there.
17
No,
is a miss.
Hope they're running out of skeletons to keep coming back.
12 is a miss, and it's going to step in here and put itself against the door, so you can't flank it. All right, over here off to the side, this is happening, and this is happening.
I wonder if we should go inside these
This is
doors.
happening. Okay, that's their turns. Hal.
Is the coast clear? Is everything okay? Can I come out? Or are you still fighting?
We're still fighting it. How is this flight magical?
The one on your trident? I'm pretty sure it is.
No,
I
like the
saw
thing lighting up the. You said there were chandeliers, right?
Oh yeah, it's the chandeliers. Of course, they're magic. And I will
Okay.
take a stride through here.
Yep, there's only one skeleton still up.
How does Nulara look? Is she hurt or?
I'm 50%. I'm all right.
All right. I want to. Since Inspire Courage wore off, I will probably do. Or Inspire Defense wore off. I will probably do it again.
Okay.
And then.
So you get everyone gets one round inspired defense, not lingering, right? Just putting it up.
Yep. That's
Okay.
correct. And I will cast the shield.
Shield goes up.
What is my turn?
All right, Nulara.
Getting frustrating. Striking this dude with my trident.
Go for it.
It
A
even said critical
natural
miss first
one.
before. Did you see that? It said
told you
critical
to
miss
move.
first before.
I told you to go to the blue dice, blue marble dice.
Oof.
The blue marble dice?
Yeah, from Goldsmith.
Mukta fails in chat, please.
I don't even know what to do. Blue marble here. I'm gonna follow Clovis's
Gonna get crit
advice.
now.
Yeah, second attack.
All right, we're switching dice. We're rolling a second attack.
Misses.
No, that actually hits.
There you
Yeah,
go.
17?
A 17 hits.
Because it's a blue dice.
Oh, it said miss.
Yeah. Well, you're targeting yourself, I think. You had yourself targeted, so it was comparing your attack roll against your own AC. So it hits.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Ooh.
That's 17 points of damage.
Look at those beautiful dice.
The skeleton crumbles and a ghostly light appears where it was.
I am going to attack this one.
You're gonna attack the light. You have an action.
Don't let it leave.
Let it ride. This is a full-on
Come on.
minus.
Come on.
16.
16 is just a miss.
Oh,
If only it had
wait,
been.
can
If
I?
only it had been
Can I?
inspired courage. Sorry, what?
I'm thinking, like, just out of.
Are you begging for a +1?
No. No, I'm not gonna use Pharasma's boon here. No, you know what? I
Oh.
am going to use Pharasma's boon here.
This is Pharasma's boon. What did the boon allow you?
I
A
am
reroll?
going to- No, a +2 on rolls. It's on my notebook, but I was
Awesome.
reviewing
No,
it.
yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
it's a +2 on.
Oh, nice.
So
Status.
here's what happened. Your strike is going wide with the trident through this ghostly light, and you have a momentary glimpse of your future and the 6 seconds ahead of time, and you can see it dodging to the left, right? And then Pharasma, like, you hear like that comforting feeling, the voice that says, "Aim left, my child." And this is like the first time you've
Thanks,
really
I've
had
been
that
missing a lot.
that connection, right, with her, and hear the voice directly. And as you come back, you see the start of it starting to shift left. You add the +2 bonus, which turns your miss into a hit. And with that strike, your ghostly trident goes through this thing, pops the blue light. It is gone for good. The corpse light is no more.
Okay, awesome. One down.
We got one. 1 hour
Yes.
in, and we got one.
Lord.
did you roll for
Okay.
damage on that?
It had
No, I
1
guess-
hit point, so you can roll for damage
Yeah.
if you want to say how much it does.
Sure.
Since this is a ghost,
11.
it would get the ghost touch. Does it do extra to ghosts? I forget.
Um.
I don't remember.
No, it just doesn't allow the resist.
Oh, it doesn't
goes
allow the
through
resistance, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's no way you can do less than 1 damage. Exactly. Okay. Perfect. So
Well, we
1
can-
down.
Yep. We can kill the blue
Thanks,
lights.
Pharasma.
Let's get them.
Mukta.
Where did I see one float off to?
The door behind Nulara, and then the door to both the doors on the east wall, the south, and the middle door. Basically, pick a door. There's probably a ghost that fled through it.
All right. I am going to not do much actually. I'm going to stride over here,
Okay.
put my rapier away,
Uh-huh.
and hide.
Yep. Make that roll.
Oh, wow.
Ooh,
This natural one not brought to you by Rollsmith.
our melees are
Yeah, how many
having a
natural
rough
ones have there
time
been tonight?
tonight.
Too many.
Wow.
Clovis.
Okay. I'll go one.
We're gonna wear out our DMST fails.
All right. Oh, there's 2 doors there. Sorry. I'll go to the closer door.
Okay.
So that's one action. Is it an action to open this door?
It is an action to open the door. You open the door and glance in. What you see as you look in, with a little bit of light flickering in, it's a walls are decorated with twisted runes and dull silvery metal. The floor and ceiling are covered with weird polished metal discs. It looks like some kind of magical chamber, but you look around, there's no corpses or no monsters in there.
So I'll move to the next door.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
That's your turn. All right. Almost as if on cue, you moved in the next door, and on the other side, the door gets opened by like a skeleton that kind of bumps it into you, sticks its little like bony skeleton face out, and bites at you.
This is insane.
Nular crits in chat. Thank you very much. That is a natural 20 for 30. That's going to crit you.
No,
No, that's not a critical hit. No.
but it goes up. It's a hit. And it
So
goes
it's a
up one
hit.
crit.
It's not a critical, but because you rolled a natural 20, it bumps it up 1 success level to a crit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Actually, that's the wrong damage because I didn't roll the critical damage. You take 20 points of damage, Clovis. And then it is going to claw you for a dirty 20, which misses. Thanks. It hits your like thick river drake hide and slashes across it, but you're protected under that heavy, bulky armor. All right, back here, this thing pops open, and like Mukta, you're hiding, and like it opens the door, and as you're hiding, you shift your weight a little bit, and like a little fork that was balancing on the edge of the chair tumbles to the ground and goes clink, 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 and it turns its like skeletal eyes and locks eyes with you because you did not beat its passive.
Mm-hmm.
It strides over and it attacks you with its last action. 22?
At 22 just hits with the inspired defense.
Okay. That is 7 points of piercing damage.
All right.
This door opens.
You have resistance on physical damage of 1.
Thanks to lay in hands.
No, to inspired defense gives you resistance equal to physical damage.
That's good to know. So Clovis would have that too, right?
So how many would I take?
Just
How
one
many
less.
would I get back?
One less. Oh,
One
so
less, yeah.
6.
You would get 1 back, Clovis. Nolara, this skeleton shambles open the door, looks at you. It's in a different body, but somehow you know this is the dumb skeletal gets reincarnated, right?
Sure.
This time it's in like a woman's like servant body, as it like kind of like walks with like a broken leg and limps towards you. But that's all it gets to do on its turn. And then we are on Hal's turn.
Well, I will go ahead and do electric arc on this guy and on this guy.
Okay.
That is 8 damage.
Nice.
They both fail. So the one in front of Nulara gets zapped for 8 damage and is replaced with a blue light. The one in front of Clovis gets zapped for 8 damage and is replaced by a blue light.
Nice one. Hal.
Damn it, guys, we're running
Very
out
nice,
of
Hal.
corpses.
Good
Leave.
job, Hal.
And then
Yeah.
I will do inspired defense again
Inspired defense goes back up.
for 1 round. Yep.
All right, 1 round inspired defense. Nulara.
Hitting this ghost, this blue light.
It's finally a blue light at the start of your turn. We're making progress, guys. Give it a go.
28. to
That is a
hit.
critical hit.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, that would be.
It has 1 hit point.
And again,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, she is rolling blue marble,
That's true.
Thank
and
you.
she is now back in the game.
The ghost light, the
32.
corpse light, zoom, you send it back to where it came from. This corpse light is no more. It'll be inhabiting no corpses. And it says, checkmate, as you defensively beat it.
Okay, spending 2 of my actions to do a sudden charge to go to this corpse light in front of Clovis.
Okay.
Clovis, are you gonna kill that corpse light, or do you want, do you want me to like focus on this one next to Mukta?
Oh, I got this one. Check the other doors. Make sure no more skeletons come back.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the interesting thing here is, right, Clovis is blocking the space that you need to get through. So, like, you'd have to... Do you have enough movement to charge all the way into that room? You get 2 moves, right?
Yeah, so I have 50.
That should be
it's like
enough.
30
Do we see
over
any?
here.
Do we see any of the corpse lights go into any other doors? Or
Yeah, it's
do you
40.
think
It's 40 to get behind it and flank it, so you could do it. It's incorporeal.
Actually, no, I'll try to hit this guy right here. I'll just use my sudden charge to get here.
Okay. Now, if you jump across the middle of the dining table, you're going to have to make that balance check, same as Mukta did.
Okay.
The question is, do you have enough movement
here.
to get there all the way around?
Yeah, could you go around through Hal?
Yeah, I
and then
can
back
go.
down?
No, if I make an L here, so 20,
This,
and then 20, 40.
from here, it's 50 feet exactly.
That's what I have.
Yep, so 50 feet is exactly the movement speed you have. So you can do it. Like Nular like runs at full throttle around the whole dining table, pushes past Clovis, pushes past Hal, rushes down, and does a sudden charge strike against this skeletal creature. It's flat-footed.
That would be.
The charge was awesome. You slipped on a rotten banana peel that was just at the end, and like, whoa! I think you have too much momentum. You're trying to do a sudden charge and then shift a 90-degree turn and attack, and you just slam into the wall because your momentum carried you a little too hard, and your attack is a little too off. I'm sorry.
That was so fast, and you see how it.
But you've set up Mukta because it's flat-footed now.
Yes. I'm going to grumble to myself and say, I've been switching out these damn weapons this entire time, and pull out my rapier again that I just put away.
Yep.
And do a quick draw strike against this.
Go for it. Volok has no chance against this group.
Alright, let me make sure I have flat-footed on.
Bring it.
RNG made a lot more sense, sure.
Jiminy Christmas. 13 is going to be a miss, Mukta. I am sorry.
This is so frustrating.
It is.
I'm gonna try to strike it again.
Bring it. I believe in you.
That is a 22.
That will hit.
Nice.
That's 9 points of damage.
Not enough to kill it.
Might as well go for a third attack, because why not? Oh, now I get the 10.
Yep, that's a miss.
Alright, that is my turn.
Top of the round, Clovis.
All right. Disrupt dead on the little light in front of me.
Okay, that's a fortitude save. That's a critical fail. You immediately disrupt this undeadness, and the light blinks out of existence. The blue light is gone, no more. Dealt with.
Guardians 2, and I'll come down to this door.
Yeah, you turn around and you see me and Nulara just trying to like hit this damn skeleton, and he's just bobbing and weaving out of the way.
All right. That's my turn. Reaction.
Yep.
Her trident is sticking into the chair. My rapier is pinging against the wall.
Run by me and like, okay.
He spins over at you, Mukta, and it opens its jaw. The jaw like hangs a little too wide. The eyes glow blue, and it's gonna try to demoralize you.
Oh.
What is your it's an 18. What's your will save?
My wills or my DC, class DC?
No, your will, like what's your will DC? So like whatever your will save is plus 10.
Plus 10.
So what is it? Your will save is plus 10?
Yeah, plus 10.
So plus your DC would be 20. It tries to demoralize you and it fails. And then yeah, he's just on his last legs. He strikes at you, Mukta. 19, I think, fails.
That's a miss.
Claw strike fails. Is this the last guy? I think he's the last one, right?
So, you tell us. We can't see through all the freaking doors.
No, I know. I have so many tokens everywhere. It's hard to keep track. I think he's the last one.
Yeah, this is it. This is the last one.
Yep. Hal. It's hard to keep track, but all the other tokens I have is marked dead, so I'm pretty sure you've destroyed all the other lights.
We've been fighting these things for fucking 2 hours.
Hal.
We'll be here midnight. There's another blue light. Keep going.
Hal is going to hold electric arc until after his turn. If they knock down the skeleton, he wants to zap the blue guy.
Got it.
Ooh,
Nice
get on.
one.
So I think it's probably like, here's the thing, right? It's 2 actions to hold a 1 action thing. I don't know if you can hold a spell like Electric Arc. We'd have to look up the rules, but you can at least delay your turn until you see it in blue form and then blast it, right?
Yeah, that is true. So I can go after Mukta.
Yeah, so we'll just hold it. I'll have to look up because I don't know how you hold a 2-action cast. We'll have to look up the rules on that. So, Nular.
Going to hit this skeleton right in front of me with my trident. Come on, energy.
It's flat-footed. It's against the wall. It's 4 of you guys against 1 measly Corpselight. You can do it. That's what we needed. Oh my god, it's Thomas the Train. What the heck?
was that? Where'd that come from?
Copyright
Oh my
strike
God.
indeed. We got Mickey and Thomas the Train.
Oh my
Nulara, can you roll the critical damage on this?
I am so out of it right now because of the amount of time.
Fucking trains coming at us.
22.
All right, 22 points is enough to turn this thing into a light. And then Hal, like, now's your chance.
Hal.
Actually, yeah, I mean, I guess Nulara would get a second strike, but Hal, I'm just gonna make the save, reflex save. You're holding the blast for this moment. It fails, zaps it, roll the damage. Not the dancing lights, the electric.
Let's start dancing.
No, that's fitting for this fight.
That's enough.
He tries to do electric arc and the dancing lights come out.
So, with finally at last, the 4th and final corpse light is blinked out of existence. You guys have been playing whack-a-mole for so many rounds of combat. So loud.
Can I just say how many times I've fucking changed my dice?
Well, I'll tell you guys, this is an awesome XP boost because you defeated 4 level 2 creatures. Congratulations. You now have earned yourself a total of 80 experience points.
God. 4. What about? I think we had 400 people we killed.
So, you've gone through here, right? You've defeated them. You know, you guys made that maybe a little harder than it needed to be. You guys had really terrible luck on the dice. Maybe you got it out of your system. I hope so, because combat comes to an end. We are able to breathe a sigh of relief. A lot of you guys are beat up, bruised, bloodied. And as these corpses like all fall to the ground, right? Mukta, you're eyeing it, right? You've noticed during combat, I didn't have a chance to say it, but like when these corpses would die and hit the ground and then turn into a light, you'd hear like coins and jewelry falling out of their pockets and spilling onto the floor. The ground in this place is covered with like loose coins and various bits of treasure that these people had on them when they died years and years ago. So with a quick scamper, I'm going to, you know, reveal the treasure item, which is all the dead party guests here on the table. It includes a total of 48 gold pieces.
That's why we were distracted. We were too busy looking at all the stuff on there.
It includes an unusual arrow, like you found like stuck to the bottom of one of the chairs, and it includes one of them is wearing a very fine bracelet.
Mukta's just going, ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. I'm going to put them all on the party loot character for now.
Yep, the bracelet and the arrow are definitely magical, and then the gold is just gold. So now you get a minute, like, you know, how you get. I'll start like explaining like the rooms, right? So, you know, Hal's poking his head in. There's this weird chamber that almost looks like magical rooms, right? Hal, you've seen something like this once before, and Nulara has too. Back on the first level, there was a weird circular room. It was behind a hidden door. You guys found it, and it had like etchings and runes carved into it, but there was like completely picked out. This, you can see the same sort of runes and the same magical shapes, except for they're full of like very fine like silver inlaid into the runes. The room puts off an intense magical presence. This is some sort of magic for sure. And that's this top room.
Can I do a circuit of the room and make sure that there are no more blue guys as
Yep.
I poke my head into each one?
There's not. So up here in the top one, this wall of the chamber is lined with cupboards, shelves, and cabinets. There were a couple of skeletons. There's one skeleton left. They had one body left that they didn't get to use. Every other body got used here. So all these rooms have body descriptions. It's just they've all the animated corpses have reanimated, moved into this room, and collapsed again. So there's like 8 dead bodies in this room now. Probably more. The top one up here, there's actually a fancy wine cellar. 500-year-old wine. Hal, as you give a glimpse into this room, you might need to get someone to bring a light over, like Nulara, because it is dark. But can you give me a society check real quick? You can dancing lights it. That's true.
All right, society. Okay, let's go ahead and see what that does. That is a 13.
All right. I mean, some of these wines might be good. It's hard to tell. There's a bunch of old wine.
Al does not like to drink that much.
Over here on the right-hand side, like Clovis and Nulara, like Clovis, you're looking in that room. It's like an open metal hatch lies in the floor against this room's east wall. Storage bins sit to the north and south, each heaped with old bones, broken tools, and lumps of stone. And just kind of based on the positioning that's going on here in this kind of trash room and this like metal chute, it kind of lines up with the trash chute you guys found before.
Oh yeah.
Hey guys, this might be the trash chute.
Did he say the kid would be here?
Somewhere around here, yeah. They
Yeah,
mentioned there
it's
being like an
somewhere.
office.
Yeah.
And then over here on the other side, on the west-hand side, that's the kitchen. So a strange squat cast iron stove with no chimney sits in the southwest corner of this room, while to the north, a large oak table is covered with cooking utensils, unused for years and years, sitting against a wall. There was a skeletal buddy slumped at the base of the cupboards. It is since animated and fought you guys in the other room. It is completely clean in here. So that's kind of the setup, right? There's all these rooms. And then, yeah, this door to the south, right? Mukta, you open the south door and look, and you see a tiny 5-foot hallway and another door, like, right there.
And I go, okay, another door, that can wait. And I close the door and lean back.
Yep.
So we taking a minute or two before we go down, yes?
Yes, I think we need to heal up as much as we can.
Yep.
I will adjust the brooch on Nulara and put it in a more favorable position, and I will cast Lay on Hands.
Okay.
Thank you, Hal.
Is that, how many focus points is that? Is that your second?
That is my second one. I'm
Okay.
attempting to now refocus while I sit here
Mhm.
at the table. And I'll tell the group there's some wines over there. I'm not much of a drinker. I don't know if there's anything else. There's another magic circle or magic thing with like a lot of silver. Maybe you could like pick up all the silver, Mukta. It's over in this room. But I'm going to take a minute to relax.
If anyone is interested in the wine, you can go give a perusal of the wine selection and give me a society check.
What is
I'm gonna go to Clovis really quick and be like, Clovis, I'm sorry to ask, but would you happen to have any of those good berries with you? I
Well,
just need one. If that's okay. If
Oh,
you're
no,
spent, I don't. It's okay. I
No.
don't need-
I was going to do heal on all of us. I don't know about you. I am. I'm actually bleeding pretty close to the bone.
boy.
I'm bleeding.
What'd you roll, Mukta?
That's a 16.
I think we found the one skill Mukta's not good at.
Yes.
So yeah, you give it a perusal as as far as you can tell. It's just a bunch of wine. You don't notice anything that particularly valuable. You can just take a few random bottles of wine if you prefer, or if you choose, but none of them are catching your eye.
All right.
So this is a second level kill, 3 actions. So I'm doing 30 foot, getting everybody in the room.
Getting everyone.
So is that still only 9?
It's only 9, yeah. Yep. You don't get the plus when you do the burst heal. If you target one thing, you get the you would have got like plus 16, I think.
Better than nothing. That tops me off,
So
actually.
that's 9 to everyone.
Okay, so you're topped off. How are you, Laura? Still need more?
No, this is okay.
You sure? How about you,
50.
Al? I'm still down to 35, so.
I was busy hiding in the hallway, so I don't think I got hit.
We should try, I mean, if it uses up your energy to fight, maybe you should try this potion instead.
Yeah. Oh yeah, actually,
Well,
here,
I mean-
Clovis.
If you guys wait a few minutes, I can put my hands on Clovis. I mean, I can heal him using my hands. That just sounds just not right. So
And then I can do.
I can pet the bear Clovis, and I can
Yeah,
heal
I
him.
could eat some good berries.
Yes.
And then
Anything that uses your energy that you might use for a fight, I think safe. Anything that you can get back,
True.
I would.
If we can stay
use.
down here for 10 minutes, though, I can get them right back. Are we
Alright.
looking to
Of
go
course,
right
yeah.
down, or are we looking to stay here for? Can we stick around for 10 minutes?
I think we could stay for 10 minutes if we don't have any more skeletal guests coming in.
Is that this true?
I'm
You should
gonna
look
start doing push-ups.
Oh, why every time I cast this thing?
You doing push-ups? Why are you doing push-ups, Nular? Can you explain this to me?
Just out of frustration.
Got it. Okay, so push-ups, push-ups. Very cool. And so like 10 minutes passes, and you get like, you know, how you can refocus and get your focus point back.
33. So I'm 43 out of 52. So.
Okay.
And then we get 10 minutes to.
Yeah. You and Hal both kind of like get the 10-minute focus action. So Nulara, you're doing push-ups for 10 minutes. Mukta's kind of looking at wine and seeing if he can find anything, and is unable to find anything during that 10 minutes. And we kind of like wrap up all that 10-minute block of time passes. And you and Hal get your focus point back. And then do you guys want to like use your focal points to heal again right away? Like, what are you guys doing?
I will lay my hands on Clovis, and I'll give him 12 healing.
That'll do it. Actually, it's yep. Takes me to my max. If we can take another 10, get your focus back, and I'll be back up to my max focus.
Okay.
You don't think that's pushing it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It took
let's
us
do
like
it.
almost an hour to fight those things, so
Felt yeah, actually,
We've
it
got the
was.
door closed. We have all these open, so unless something comes up that trash chute, we should be okay.
So you guys spend your focus points. You start your second round of refocusing, and within like a minute or two of that refocusing, you hear a door open from the south, and you hear some noise coming from the south. I'll say that. I'll give you guys a split second. What are you guys doing?
Defending.
Well, you're doing push-ups, so you're gonna grab your shield and strap it on and get ready. Yeah, and defend. Sure.
Sounds
Clovis
badass.
I'd work my way back away from the south, and hearing the noise, not sure what's going on, I will put my shield up.
Okay.
I am avoiding notice.
Yep, you're ducking into the other room and trying to avoid notice. Hal?
I will also climb under the table and avoid notice.
Very cool. I like it. And
Yes.
Nular's defending. Everyone's doing their thing. This door opens from the south, but here's what happens. Right? There's like a sliding, and then the door opens a little bit, and you don't see like a face or a body come out. You see like a swarm of bugs that start crawling around the edge of the door, and then kind of form a hand around it, and the door is like pushed out, and you see standing in the other side of the doorway, it's a humanoid figure for sure, but from within this body, this humanoid shape, fit inside a nice shirt, fit inside some pants, you see hundreds, maybe thousands of leeches crawling and spilling forth, falling out of its hand, hitting the ground and crawling back and joining the mass. And as its head peers around, you see this figure.
What the hell is that? It's Maggot Man.
Pretty much. And he like kind of has the door open, and he sees you guys, and he goes, well, we have guests. And as he talks, there's no mouth, right? All you see is like leeches around the middle of his face start squirming and making what looks like a facsimile of a mouth, and they're all like popping and hissing, and these popping and hissing combine to make this voice as he talks at you guys. And he says, Yes, it lasts. And that's where we are going to finish off tonight's episode of the Abomination Vault, Ruins of Gauntlight. Woo!
Yeah.
I'm gonna save my comments for next week.
That sounds like a good plan. So we've now stumbled upon the worm that walks, perhaps. So as we finish tonight's episode, big announcement, right? Because this is the end of like book one. This is the final fight, essentially, of Ruins of Gauntlight itself, book one. So next week will be our book one finale episode as we face down Volek himself.
That's why
And-
there's so many.
You guys had no problem taking care of those corpse lights. It only took you like an hour. Volek is going to be a pushover. Don't
They like to
you
fight.
worry.
We just warm it up. Want to keep it going.
But, you know, it's been a lot of fun. I see Fry Guy in chat. Fry Guy, if I'm not mistaken, you are the author of the PDF to Foundry that enables us to play by importing our PDF into the game completely.
Wow.
So if that's true, thank you a lot. We love your product.
Nice.
I'm making a video that explains people how to use it because it is awesome.
What can we do about our dice?
It is him. He
Digital
says,
stage.
yes, it's me. So thank you, Fry Guy.
Digital
You are
stage.
amazing.
That's awesome, man. Thanks for watching the game.
Thanks for watching our thing, and make sure you enter for a chance to win your Rollsmith dice. So in chat, one last chance. Push exclamation point contest or Rollsmith to see how to enter our contest. We have some awesome prizes. Thank you, Rollsmith, for sponsoring tonight.
See, we roll all the ones, so you guys don't get any when you use Rollsmith.
It was a little unfortunate. You guys happened to get the bad rolls, you know, and then I got all the good rolls, so it works. Well,
Well, that
Okay.
means next week it will be reversed.
next week's so nice. So that's going to do it for us this week on Abomination Vaults. Thank you to Nina, Richard, Mike, and Rick for playing with me. It's been a pleasure, as it is every week. This one, from my end, was hilarious to watch you guys. Thank you, all of our viewers, both live with us now on Twitch, and those of you who watch later on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe and follow. We have the contest sponsored by the Rollsmith, so enter to win your own awesome virtual dice. You can check that information out at Recall Knowledge on Twitter. That'll give you all the information you need to enter. Yeah, big thanks to the Rollsmith. Go check out their website, look at their products. We've been using them for weeks before they sponsored us, so this sponsorship is just, you know, just icing on the cake, right? For us, we'll be back next Wednesday at 7:00 p.m. Pacific time for the conclusion of our Ruins of Gauntlight adventure, as our heroes face the horrors that is Volek himself, deep within the Abomination Vaults. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and goodbye.
Good night, guys.
Bye.
And send all the good luck to the players. They're going to need it next week.
Please.
Yep. Bye, guys. Bye.